What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh shit, my fucking key. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it doing that? Oh god. There we go. Y'all say something real quick?
Hey.
Yo,
Okay.
why you say hey like he's in like yo
Hey.
gabba gabba or something?
I don't know, bro. I be saying that shit a lot every time like somebody joins or something. I need to find my other Joy-Con grip.
I remember. Ooh, what? Why are they talking about Rick Ross? Okay.
You know what? I'm not gonna use this thing pro controller. I thought I could do that.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
hold it down. I remember. What? Why are they talking about Rick Ross? Okay.
You know what? I'm not gonna use this thing pro controller. I thought I could do that.
There we go. Hold it down. I remember. What? Why are they talking about Rick Ross? Okay. Okay. Y'all ready? All right. All right. Morning, y'all. 11:03 a.m. I know it's a little late. We've been having some life shit going on, but it's all good. Episode 7 of Music Mondays. We got a lot of shit to talk about today. We might push for that 2 hour. We might push for that 3 hour stream. Ain't no depending how shit go. We got a lot of good topics to talk about. So let's kind of get this shit rolling. And the first topic we're going to start with is the 10-year anniversary for To Pimp a Butterfly. All right, y'all. All right, bet. All right, it's been 10 years. I know to be honest, the anniversary was kind of last week, but since we didn't really get to talk about it too much on our last stream, we get to talk about it today. First, I want to kind of just start things off with one amazing ass album. It should definitely be a top 10 in like almost everybody's fucking discography. Joking. If not, it's all good. Either way, it's definitely a top tier album that everybody should at least like listen to once. You know what I'm saying? When it first came out, I was definitely, I want to say 18, 19 when the album came out, and I'm not gonna lie to you, when it first came, like it's not like I had mixed opinions about it. What? It's, all right, bro. It's not like I had like it's not like I disliked the album, whatever. It just kind of threw me off guard since I was so used to like the Section 80 and the Good Kid, Mad City sound. So it's like, and then he had dropped the I song or whatever, and I was just like, okay, it's a little different approach, but like it's Kendrick, so like I didn't think nothing too much of it was gonna really happen. But album came out, and I was just like, bro, like what's this jazz shit going on? Like what's he doing? Don't get me wrong. When I first listened to Wesley Theory, like this shit, like I was fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? It definitely caught me off guard. And then like as we like went through like more of the album, I was just like, okay, so I know there's no trap beats. You know what I'm saying? It's not really much hip hop beats either going on either. It's just more like jazz with a mix of like boom bap and stuff like that. And it had like a little bit of some old West Coast fusion into it, and it was pretty cool. But it, like I said, it just kind of just caught me off guard in the beginning because like I was also listening to other sounds. Like I was just now starting to get into Future. I was messing with Migos. You know what I'm saying? Drake was doing his thing at the time. Like, well, actually, Drake just dropped. If you're reading this, so I was I think even Big Sean, he was getting ready to drop Dark Sky Paradise, or he already did. So I was already in tune with a whole bunch of other like trap ish type sounds, and this was like one of the only few albums that didn't really have that. And I'm just like, okay, this is something new. But I gave it a ear. I gave it a listen. I definitely bought it day one when, when I guess Google Play Music was was still a thing, or whatever. So I gave it a listen, and like I said, my opinion was kind of just mixed on it. It's not like I hate it, but it was just one of them albums like I just didn't really go back to like that. So, and I didn't start to appreciate it until like maybe like 2 years later, literally when like Damn came out, And after that, I kind of gave it some more. I gave it a more listens and whatever. And I was like, you know what? This is absolutely his best fucking album. It's my favorite album out of all his albums. Not per se, but it's definitely my opinions on it definitely changed a lot more throughout the years. But yeah, I'll let y'all kind of talk about it a little more. Mm, yeah, yeah,
A single, it doesn't have a single 808 in the entire fucking.
Yeah. No, and that's fine.
So, but I just say me listening to it as I got older is definitely impactful. I think my favorite song on there is the Berry. Was that on that album?
Black of the Berry,
If I'm
yeah,
not mistaken.
yeah,
Yeah, I really do. I like that song. That's one of my favorites on the album. But I feel like it's real impactful, and I feel like definitely an album that if you're not a Kendrick fan like me, it's gonna take you some time to catch on to. You'd be like, okay, what is he saying? But if you give it a listen, I think you'll like it, and I feel like this is one of the albums that over time people are gonna catch on to it, and more people gonna understand. Like, okay, if God forbid if something was to happen to Kendrick, like people will go back and listen to this album, and then they'll be like, man, he was saying some real stuff. So that's just
yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm fine with that. Y'all still want to stay on this topic? You already move on.
Tariq here. You got something to say?
Oh shit. Wait.
What's going on, y'all? We were talking about Kendrick Lamar. I just joined into
Is this
the.
mic okay?
Yeah.
Was talking about the Pimple Butterfly album. To Pimple Butterfly, that album.
Oh, am
You
I?
got your
Oh,
opinions?
that's the one. That's the one with Hood Politics and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, great album. I mean, that's I agree with everything that you were saying. Like, God forbid if anything did happen to Kendrick Lamar, like that, that album, people will go back and listen to it. Um, it's kind of what I've been saying too. Like I wish he would still make music like that. Maybe not exactly, but just the mindset that he was on when he made that album. That's all I had to really add.
Oh. Before you continue, like I will say this, y'all. In the beginning, like some of my settings were kind of messed up, so like y'all probably not going to hear like the beginning of y'all like in the beginning of the video. But I just fixed it now, so it should be okay now. Just want to joke.
I got there. I'm live on mine too, so they're good on mine.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
give you that.
All right. Well, then we're in the clear. My bad for that. But if y'all ready, we can move on to the next topic if y'all want.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right
Yeah,
then.
we can move forward.
All right then. Next topic. What songs or albums got you through some hard times? I'll save mines for last because I have a good one, but y'all go ahead and get y'all's out the way.
So I go ahead. As me being a younger guy, I definitely have to say a lot of Drake's music for me really got me some hard times. I go back and listen to Nothing Was the Same.
Hmm.
That album, like he really like from I think he got that song Furthest Thing like on that album. I go
Mm-hmm.
back to it every now and then when I'm having like a hard time. I go back to that album because I feel like Drake does have those songs that when you're going through something like you can definitely tap into his music. Now I don't really kind of like go to his newer music for that, but his older music. Uh, Nothing was the same for me. His older albums like Take Care, a lot of them old Drake projects. I say so regardless if however you feel about him as a rapper, I just feel like the man got some music if you're going through something. Definitely say Drake album for me. Actually there was a song on that J. Cole album. What was it called? Off Season or something? So I think that was the one. He has a song called Hunger with Boz. I feel like that one is a really good song. Like if you ever feeling low. So yeah, I say Drake and Cole for me, but Nothing Was the Same is definitely my top album when I'm heavy in thoughts or when I'm not in the best place. So I'll pass it on.
Who you pass it to?
You go.
Oh, me. Hmm. that got me through a rough place. I'd say it's out of. I'd say it's like Coloring Book by Chance, um, or Late Registration. One of those two albums, or Forever in a Day by Big Crit. It's one of those three for different reasons. Um, Chance for like us, more specifically, how great the song with Jay Electronica, or the final one, Blessings. Um, Both of those are really great. I listened to those a lot, like before I was having my first kid. And it kind of helped me appreciate like what I was like. It helped me appreciate like the joy of like having a son, or just having a baby for the first time. And because I was really like, I didn't think that I was able to do it. Like I didn't think that I was fit for being a parent and stuff like that. And those two albums, that and Forever in a Day, those helped me stick to what I value the most when I was beginning to waver. Um, the third album, I forgot what. So I said Coloring Book, Forever. Oh, and Late Registration. That's actually the one that the album that got me onto this type of music in general. So I go back to that like the most for just reassurance of myself.
Mm.
Yes, those three.
What about you, Tariq?
Um, it's kind of hard for me because I like just started getting into music. So I mean, there were a lot of great albums, from, 90s all the way up to like even today's kind of music, like a lot of like YG stuff. I think really be by YG, like that whole album. I forget what the name of that album is, but he has like it's like a black and white background, and that song is the one I'm probably just going to speak on the most because when he was breaking down that song, he was like, it's not really just about um, the sound and stuff, but just like the story behind it. And I thought that was like really cool. So I guess I'm still learning about other albums and artists and stuff like that.
Eh, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, and I guess for Travis.
Um, probably, probably For Your Eyes Only, because I mean, y'all know I'm like big J Cole head, um,
Hmm.
and like every time I listen to that album, and like in a couple of songs in the album, like he's crying a little bit, and he's talking about some real shit. Because I mean, like I'll always say I'm like J Cole just a regular dude that just can rap. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm always like a hard defender on that, but like he's just talking about some real shit. And then I believe at the time when that album came up, I was going through some shit, and it got me through it. Shit. So
J. Cole
for
being the
your
people's champion.
For Your Eyes Only had to be
Rightfully
my
so.
choice in that. Yeah, because that was 2016. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Fuck.
for me, so I'm gonna just keep it like hip hop, like just rapping hip hop only because like I know if I mention like metal or if I mention like Linkin Park or if I mention like even fucking video game music, like that shit would just be going on for fucking days. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'll just keep it rap only. Um, I want to say in the beginning that dark, like my beautiful dark twisted fantasy, like it came at like the right time because, granted, I knew that the album was coming. Like this was like 2010. I knew that the album was coming, but since I wasn't out since I was kind of also kind of getting into like music and shit like that too at a younger age. I didn't know too much about albums. I didn't know too much about album releases or anything like that. So when I listened to it, like the shit was already on YouTube, And my first experience of it was like that 30-minute like movie he did for the album, or whatever. Like it was like something with like like a winged angel or some shit like that. I don't know. It was like some crazy work. But the album kind of came through at a good time because like during that time I had lost my fucking iPod Touch. Like yeah, like it was that old, like that long ago. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
since I was like really in tune with music like back then, like even though like yeah I was just not getting to it, I was I had like my collection of songs that like I messed with, and when my iPod it got stolen, you know what I'm saying? So when that shit like it got stolen, like I literally fucking like teared up because like bro, like you're 14, right? Like you're kind of going through like a period where it's like you're growing up, you're going through your rebellious stage, and it's like for me personally during that time, I just didn't have no close friends like that. Like even though I knew Trevin during that time, like we weren't close like that. So it's like I didn't really had any close friends or like
Was this in high school?
yeah, it's freshman year, you know. And
Didn't that nigga make the tsunami joke freshman year?
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna mention that. That definitely did happen.
So you probably thought you had nobody after
No,
that.
I mean, to be honest, and like I actually did have one person, but like I'm not going to mention his name, but we no longer speak. So like that was also like kind of like like if I was to talk about like what I'm going through right now, it's just like damn, like that shit really happened because I ironically I went to his house first, and I'm like bro, like this shit kind of fucked me up, like damn, bro. But moving on, I listened to that album and I was just like one, I'm watching this little movie and everything. I might link in the Discord or whatever, but I watched this movie and I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Because before then, like the only thing I heard from Kanye was just Power because it came out during like the summertime or whatever, and like the Taylor Swift shit, and then even before then was 808s and Heartbreak. So I didn't really know what was going on with Kanye at the time, other than like him losing his mom. But like I said, I'm 14. Death didn't really affect me like that, so I'm like I didn't really know what to really like even think about like his thought process and all that shit was going on. But when album like I said when it came out and I was going through that, like bro, it's like that was the album that made me want to like that made me start to like invest in music like even more heavily because excuse me, because like one, I started using Wikipedia to find out about like sampling samples and shit, like what samples did he use. I that's how I got found. That's how I found out about Good Fridays. That's how I found out about listening to like more Pusha T, Big Sean, Sci High the Prince, like that whole good music camp. Like that was the album that like made me like it literally made me what I am today. You know what I'm saying? And even though some people might have mixed opinions, like oh it's not their favorite, album's overrated, man, fuck all of that. The album's top tier in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And there was a couple more there was a couple more albums that did help me get through a lot, especially like Rick Ross's music, a little bit of Wayne's music or whatever. But and even Kendrick, like Section 80, Overly Dedicated, like like even some of his older songs, like I think I was 16 during that time, so this was like 2 years after my little Kanye phase, like like I was actually able to like relate to an artist that like even though yeah we didn't come from I didn't come from like the hood or anything like that or growing up like and I didn't grow up like Silver Spoon either, but I didn't grow up like in the way how the fuck he went through like dealing with like his family dealing with guns and gang activity and stuff like that. I didn't grow up like that, but the shit that he was talking about, like the stuff that he was like used to thought about or whatever the case is, I can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, towards I want to say 2018, this is when Kendrick had went silent for a while. I think like a year later, Cole he had dropped KOD. KOD was kind of mixed, but I will give KOD something. And it's gonna sound fucked up while I'm saying this. It made me go back and listen to his older songs to start appreciating them a little bit more. Cause like, don't get me wrong, I mess with KOD, but I think when the album was getting announced, I was going through a bad breakup during that time, And you know, at that point, like I didn't want to listen to Kendrick because like Kendrick don't really be talking about relationships and shit like that. And I don't want to go to Drake because Drake was going through his Pusha T beef and drama, so like I wasn't trying to hear all that either. And you know, Cole he kind of dipped and dabbled with relationships or whatever. But like I think once he announced KOD, I was just like, you know what? Let me just go back to his other shit. And that's when I found out he had also made like a little movie excuse me, movie documentary for Your Eyes. And I was just like, okay, let me watch this. And you seen like he's just kind of talking about his personal life. You see he's kind of like giving people like conversation about like what they're going through. You know, I think I remember there was like an older lady. She was like going through something, and he was like talking to her, and I'm like, bro, like what the fuck is like I'm seeing like a whole different side of Cole. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you know, I'm listening to 2014 Forest Hills. I'm listening to For Your Eyes, and I'm like for some reason, like that music with me, what the stuff I was going through with my job, relationships, like family, friends, or whatever the case is, and like even me, like the game I'm playing right now, Breath of the Wild. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them was kind of mixing in together to the point where it's just like it felt like whenever I listened to music, it felt like a big brother was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I needed. I didn't needed Future and his toxic shit with relationships. I didn't need to hear about Black history or you know Black politics or anything that stuff. Like I need some life music, bro. I needed some shit to kind of help me get through whatever I fucking needed. And like, excuse me,
Bless
like
you.
thank you. I didn't need no drug rap. Don't get me wrong. I listen to Trippy Red and everything like that too, but like I just needed like some fucking guidance, bro. Because even during that time, even like the beats I was attempting to make during that time, like I was heading towards like a darker route, you know. So it's like I needed something to like kind of give me that boost of like you're still that guy, but you're also it's okay to go through some shit. And luckily Cole kind of came through with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always appreciate Kanye. I'm always appreciate Kendrick. I'm always appreciate Cole for like that energy that I fucking needed for all that. I'm gonna throw in Drake too. Like don't get me wrong, Drake. He definitely helped me out with some tough times as well. But like I'm just always gonna remember those core experiences because that's when I needed. Like I definitely needed that shit the most. So yeah. All right. Any more on that, or y'all ready to move on to the next topic?
I did have one more thing to add. I forgot. I had wrote it down, but
Okay.
Young Thug, that's my guy. One of my top favorite artists. 2015, I had like a lot of stuff going on, and that Barter Six, like that's still one of my favorite trap albums. Like, like Young Thug, I really can relate to some of his music because when it comes to just being different and still being creative and stuff like that, I feel like I relate to that in many different ways, and I feel like it's like the example of like creativity. So whenever I was going through a hard time, it's like putting on this music, it was like a breath of fresh air for me. So Barter Six would definitely be an album that I have to add in there. But that's it.
There was one thing I wanted to add about J. Cole. When I like first started listening to him, I think Sideline Stories was like one of the first songs that I ever heard that made me like a big fan of J. Cole. Just
Mm-hmm.
because he was like basically talking about how like I guess like there's like this world that he doesn't really know how to decide from because it's like people look at him a certain way, but then like they get kind of shocked when they see that he's not really like how everybody else is. Like I think one of the lines was that he said in that song, he was like, um, laughing at a nigga because a nigga show manners or something like that. And I was like thinking like that really is a thing. Like
Yeah.
you have a lot of like white people, even black people do it too, where they're like, just because he looks a certain way, like we already know what kind of activity he's on and stuff like that. And so for J. Cole to kind of make music about that or that song to kind of talk about that, like really, really made me a big fan of him.
Yeah. All right. Any more on that?
Mm-mm.
All right, moving on to the next topic. Favorite year in rap.
Oof.
That's
It's tough.
tough.
Yeah.
I go first, man. Or who want to go first?
I think I'm gonna say 2015 for me.
2015.
Yeah. Why you say it like
You just want to skip
I
that?
did.
past the
Because I didn't
90s?
think you'd
Like,
say
this.
that.
No, I mean, because I can't say the 90s because I was like, I wasn't old enough to really experience like.
No, I wasn't thinking you were gonna say the 90s either, nigga.
Oh
Shit.
no, it's nah. For me, it's 2015 because 3 of my favorite albums came out during that year. Uh, it would be D'Angelo's Black Messiah, obviously To Pimp a Butterfly, and fucking actually it's a lot more than that, but and If Your This Is Too Late, like those are like the ones that I was also gonna say 2017, but I don't really like Damn that much. It would be for the Joey Badass and the Big Crit project that came out that year, but yeah, I'll just say 2015 for me.
I'm gonna go with 90s just because like 90s was just kind of, I feel like, the birth era of like music, especially not well rap specifically. It just kind of the artists that you see now or kind of they exist now because of the artists that we were given in the 90s and the things that they kind of like established beforehand and stuff like that. So, and then the cool thing about it too was like everybody just sounded different. Every group sounded different versus now it's kind of hard to hear different artists. You know what I'm saying? Like when trap was like blowing up, everybody kind of just was waiting for the next big artist, and then they would just sound like that artist. You know, versus the '90s, they weren't really waiting. It was just kind of like this is our sound. Either you fuck with it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Versus like
Yeah.
obviously not all artists think this way. Like there's a bunch of great like trap and rap artists now, but I just feel like because of how like modernized rap is, it's more so of like, okay, who's trending and how can we sound like that or similar to it versus back then it was just like, nah, we're just gonna take our own approach and do you like it? You know, you like it, but you would really just listen to the stories of like where they were coming from.
Yeah.
I will go next. I would say for me, 2013. I think 2013 was like the year when music kind of changed in a sense. I was a heavy Gucci fan back then. Even though I was real young, I was still heavy into like Gucci mixtapes because if anybody know, Gucci Man used to drop like 10 mixtapes a week. And you know, if you know, you know. But at the same time, I would just have to say, man, 2013 was like that year of like where music was changing, but I don't think many people was catching on to it. You had like the Migos blew up. You had Thug. You had so many, especially a lot of Atlanta guys in 2013, kind of like pop off that year. And then I have to say, like, if I'm just gonna add a second year, it'll be 2015 because Dirty Sprite 2, and you know
Yeah.
what that album did. So, but 2013 for me, it would definitely be. 'Cause I feel like the sound changes, even like production. Like production changed that year a lot. And if you know 2013, it kind of was like the foundation year what we got now. So 2013 for me would be my favorite year in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. I have to agree with Dewan on that too. Um, it seems for like a lot of years for me because I want to say like to be honest, I want to say like '07 and '08 because YouTube was just like just now popping. Like a lot of music videos was dropping during that time. The AMV era, fucking people was putting like Dragon Ball Z videos, but not just Linkin Park, but like Wayne and Kanye and stuff like that. Like it was definitely a time. But I have to give it to 2013 and second year 2015 because 113
that was the year where like I'm consuming new music and going back and listening to old music. And I don't know if this really counts, but that was like the year where like I actually like sat down and tried to study everything. Because during that time, that's when I also started to get into making beats. You know, so I was also doing my research on learning about sampling, whatever. I know I said it with Dark Twisted Fantasy, but to be honest with you, I didn't start like going back and using Wikipedia for samples until like 20 like late 2012 to 2013. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, 2013, like there was just too many home hitters that just happened during that time. Like, yeah, Good Kid, Mad City came out. I know it came out in October 2012, but like that album was still getting plays. And since with Kendrick kind of popping off during that time, I did went back and listened to most of his discography from like before Section 80, uh what you call it, Overly Dedicated, the EP. Like I went back and listened to all that. I started getting to Absol. I started getting the whole TDE camp during that time. SZA had dropped fucking Teen Spirit during that time. Drake dropped Nothing Was the Same. I think I had stopped listening to Drake for like a year because he was trying to get into that beef with no, not
Pusha.
just him, but like it was kind of like a good kid, not good kid. It was kind of like a good music versus YNCMB shit because of the shit between Pusha and Wayne. So like I was kind of rolling with with good music during that time. I wasn't really fucking with nobody from the Young Money camp or whatever. But
Yeah.
I kind of just let shit go. I kind of do that after a while. Like when two camps are like beefing, like I'll take a side and then like a year later, I'll be like, all right, you know what, y'all getting played in my shit again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was that. What you call it? I think Kanye had dropped Yeezus during that time, and like just like with Good Kid, with not Good Kid, to Ben Butterfly, I did not appreciate the album during that time. If anything, that album scared the fuck out of me because
Jesus.
yes, bro, because like granted, GTA 5, I mean, yeah, GTA 5 didn't even come out yet. So I was playing a lot of more of GTA 4 just to kind of get in the hype of it, like online. And Jesus came out like, so I'm just go ahead and say it. I was a kid, so I found other ways to listen to that album. You know what I'm saying? And when I did, I listened to it and I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on, dog? Like, the first song was like On Sight. And granted, I wasn't expecting a Dark Twisted Fantasy. I was expecting more of like the album came out the year before, which was Cruel Summer. So I'm like, I was expecting more songs off of that. This nigga, he went into like some type of like electric techno type of, some type of music like that. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Black Skinhead came on like right after. I fuck with it, but like I saw the music video for it too, and it was like some black and white shit. I'm like, man, what is going on?
Yeah,
And like,
good on that. Yeah.
yeah, and then I think the next song after that was "I Am a God," bro. I literally paused the fucking game. Somebody in a helicopter blew up my shit, right? I literally just let the nigga have it because I'm just like, bro, what is going on? What like this nigga doing this scream shit? He like saying he's a god and everything. I'm just like, okay, it's Kanye. It's Kanye. I wasn't even saying the whole he made graduation shit. Like he made Dark Twisted Fantasy. He made Dark Twisted Fantasy. So I'm like, okay, like there's a reason why he's doing this. And like pretty much like he said in the next song, New Slaves, like he has an issue with corporations or whatever. And I think he talked about it on one of the interviews and shit with Sway and whatever. And I'm like, okay, so he's doing that to speak his mind, but look, bro, to kind of like make things quick, Yeezus definitely scared the fuck out of me during that time. But I appreciate it later on. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z had dropped Magna Carta. That was a decent album. Um, I think Travis Scott Pharaoh, and I was just like, okay, this one's pretty cool. The Born Sinner came out with one from J. Cole. That album was fucking perfect. You know what I'm saying? Came out the right time. Uh, Let me see. ASAP Rocky's album didn't drop. No, that dropped. Was that 2013 or 2012?
13 or
13.
2012. I don't know, one of those. I'm gonna have to look and
When did
see.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna say I'm gonna just listen. I listened to the album a lot more in 2013. Oh, oh, ASAP Ferg though. ASAP Ferg. Trap Lord, bro. That album
Oh
was
yeah.
that album on repeat. I will always say this that will be his best album, and that'll probably be at least like in my top, if not top 10, then top 15, bro. Like that album was just too like that album. It's one of my type of albums where like I feel like it ages well. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because the beat production crazy, wordplay crazy, the theme like it had like some dark jungle type shit, fucking crazy. Like album was perfect, bro. Isaiah Rashad, I think he had dropped his project. I think no, Absol that was like a year later. Like either way, bro. 2013 just had too many home hitters, bro. For like from like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And like that's why I said I also went back and listened to older songs because I think it was like right after we took like I know a lot of people don't remember this shit, but like we used to take these things called tax tests, all right? So I think during that time, for some reason, I was like getting into Nas, but I wanted to like go back and listen to Nas's old discography, and because of that, I ended up listening to not just Nas but Jay, Mobb Deep a little bit, Scarface, fucking Snoop, Dre. I was listening to like a whole bunch of '90s artists during that time too, even like watching the movie and everything. So like it kind of I'm gonna say like that year it made me just want to just go ahead and just like listen to like everything that I was missing out on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because of that, like that's how I end up having the foundation of like starting trying to become more of like a hip hop head, you know, and understanding a lot of more shit to it. And then to kind of end things quick after that, for 2015, like I said, it was just like another home hitter. You know what I'm saying? Because we had If You're Reading This, we had To Been Butterfly, we had um who else? Dirty Sprite 2. I think Migos had dropped some during that time. A lot of SoundCloud producers was like dropping a lot of good ass songs during that time. A lot of like SoundCloud artists that became bigger artists started to pop off during that time. You know, so it was like 2015 was just fucking crazy, bro. And especially like even though we was like working at Walmart and fucking like being dumbass kids and just doing whatever, it was just the experience and like what life was kind of going through during that time, especially with like the meme era and everything. Everything was kind of just going too well with each other, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it the 13 to 15. And shout out to Meek too.
Okay.
I was gonna add one more. I know I said the '90s, but Schoolboy Q dropped the Blank Face LP, and bro, that's probably one of my favorite projects by him. I mean, I
Yeah.
know a lot of people probably like the song he had with Kanye. I forgot the name of
That
that
part.
part. That's what it
That
was.
part.
Yeah.
But that whole Blank Face, like, oh my god, bro, that was probably one of my favorite. Other than I think, nah, he's had better ones in the past, but I don't know what about that Blank Face LP was just it was that shit was great. The videos are great, the songs are great. Like that's probably one of Schoolboy Q's like my favorite Schoolboy Q project.
So to kind of like give you some info on that. So like that was like one of the projects he always wanted to do. Like he wanted to do like a gangster-ish type of project. Like not like rap beats and shit, but like he wanted to just, like do something extra with it, you know? And like
Yeah,
apparently he wanted like a lot of more features on it, but like I think he was content with what he had then. But like that was the project that he always wanted to fucking make during that time. So it
okay.
because of that, like he wanted to like I guess that's why he kind of fit into more like the '90s style for some of his songs. And that's probably the reason why like you probably like mess with it, you know?
Nah, it was just like it was so creative. It was like he took like, bro, this I don't I'm still like very new to sampling, but it was like he took like rock samples and then he would just I don't know how he was able to like do that. Like he just took you could just tell like listening to that there was like different genres that he implemented into that. And that's the thing that I really love about like like today's like Cali artists, because I'm not saying that like any like no one else can do it, but they do it so well. Like they can literally take any kind of like whatever and then make an entire like album where it's crazy, like the sounds that they choose. And like that
Yeah.
Blank Face LP, like those all of those beats were insane. And then he had like E40 on there too. Like I would have never thought Schoolboy Q and E40 would ever like go hand in hand. Like they both, their music and sound is so different. So like when they were able to like be on that one project too, I was like, man, like this has to be like one of like Schoolboy Q's like most creative projects. So I mean, Shaq, for you, it's like saying that he wanted more features. It was perfect the way it was.
Yeah, bro. He wanted like, funny enough, he wanted like Young Thug on that project. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, let me not say that. Let me not lie. I ain't gonna say he wanted him on that project, but he wanted to work with him. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
since he was working on that project, like I was just like, I mean, Doug, he knows how to work a way around certain beats, but I just couldn't imagine him being on something like that, unless it was like something like that part.
He would have made it work. Trust me, he would.
Yeah,
He would have made it work.
Yeah. No, most bro, 20 after I want to say after 2014, Thug was on a major like crazy run. Like yeah, he wasn't dropping albums like that, but he was dropping like a whole bunch of projects that people would like fuck with. So like that whole era, Thug had that shit. You know what I'm saying? He would have found a way. Like especially a lot of other Atlanta artists and shit. And just to kind of just throw some little more on this topic, like from 2012 to like I want to say 2018. I'm saying that right now. That was the best year. That was like the best era in hip hop, in my opinion. It's subjective. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody not might agree with it, but in my opinion, everything went hand to hand with that fucking era. At
From
least in my
2012 to 2018.
yeah yes.
Okay.
I
Like I said,
agree.
some people might say early 2000s. Some people's gonna say 90s. Some old heads might even say the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And some of the newer fans gonna say this era. They're fucking wrong. But look, bro, 2012 to 2018, we had so many artists that either blew up or made themselves way more known during that time. From the Travis to the Playboy Cardi's, from to the to Drake, kind of like changing up his style a little bit more. The futures and everything, the beat production was starting to get more crazier. Like that era itself, like it just left like I don't know. To me, it left like a big impact, for better for worse though, because streaming did became more apparent, and streaming did kind of fucked up like a lot of things, but at the same time, it did make us more known to like new like other artists and shit like that. So that's the best way I could look at it.
Bro, even outside of that too, like bro, when Rick Ross did the beat with Skrillex, I was like, what? I was like, I thought I was, bro,
Oh
I was so
yeah.
like, I was like, I did not think that was never gonna work, because like honestly, like dubstep was like one of the very like first type of music that I ever got into, like when I first was getting into music. And then when I saw like Rick Ross and Skrillex, I was like, damn, this is creative, bro, and the song sounded good too.
Yeah, Skrillex was a
Yeah,
monster. Skrillex was a monster on that song for real.
I mean,
Especially the
Rick
way he
Ross
used
kind of
the.
really carried it, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, he was. Yeah, he did his thing. I just like how Skrillex like incorporate that nigga's like that little sound that he does, that Rick Ross
yeah,
does. I like the way he did that, like with the beat.
I one more thing, Jamar. I know you don't like to stay on topic for too long, but I'm gonna just say this one last thing. So my brother Isaiah, right? He I ain't gonna say he's just now starting to get into Freddie Gibbs, but like I guess he's been kind of like on this Freddie Gibbs scene or phase or whatever. And he just now started to find that Freddie Gibbs was on GTA 5, right? Which
Bro, yeah.
for
which
real.
yes, bro. And I think one of the songs is called the fuck was it? I can't remember the name of the song, but like it's not like a typical, Mad Lib type of beat, like not no sample type of beat. It was like more like a mix of trap and some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? But Freddie Gibbs was on GTA 5, and I'm not talking about like after the updates, like PS3,
Yeah,
360.
OG. Yeah.
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs was on there, and just like Trevin had told me too that he was on there too. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what? When the fuck was he on that shit? I listened to it. I'm like, bro, I would never have known that was fucking Freddie just because of like it wasn't a Mad Lib beat. You know what I'm saying? I was so used to like sample is type Freddie now. I wasn't used to that shit. So like now he's kind of going through this phase with Freddie Gibbs. He's not saying it's his favorite rapper, but like it's like at least like a top 10. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he got like 3-4 albums worth of good shit that Freddie got to go
Nah,
through.
he's definitely fucked with the recent one he dropped last year. He said Pinata was like the first one he listened to. He fucked with
Damn.
Bandana. Like he definitely fucked with Alfredo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like he's doing his research. So shout out to Freddie Gibbs with that shit, bro.
Wait, when did
Thanks,
Pinata
bro.
come out?
2014.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, you
Right.
see?
I was
Nigga,
gonna say that was gonna add to your 2013 case.
I mean, but shit, like, I listen to one of the things that like he worked on 2013. He like worked on it during 2015, and then he just dropped it a year later. And this was like one of the things.
That don't count.
Yeah, but all right.
Check.
Cool.
Nah,
Oh, go ahead.
nah, I was just gonna say, bro. Like, bro, I finally started getting into Freddie Gibbs too, bro. My God, bro. Like, I think Rabbit Hole, and I think there was another one. I think it was 1985, something like that, bro. I think like Freddie Gibbs is definitely like. I'm so glad you suggested that. I'm upset that it took me this long to finally listen to him. But yeah, bro, I just want to say you was goated for the recommendation.
Hey, bro.
Good.
Freddie's that guy. Don't let them narratives behind the scenes tell you otherwise, bro.
Don't let them Twitter niggas make him look like a goofball, even though he's doing that shit too.
I was about to say, nigga.
No.
I will say this though. Freddie, he is the type of guy where like he will make jokes on himself too, because that whoever was that nigga that compared him to Morris Chestnut, bro, that shit, I'll be fucking dying, bro.
Or Don Cheadle. They say happy birthday.
Nigga,
Whenever it's his birthday, they say happy birthday, Freddie Gibbs. Just put like the wrong dude, just a different bald dude.
Nigga, they put Michael Jordan, bro. Like, I was like,
or Tyrese. Oh
it's
God.
rolling. Next topic. So is regular trap music dead?
See, y'all can have that. Y'all can
What do
have
you
that.
What do you mean by regular trap music?
So I guess like I guess Duan, you want to explain a little more? Because
You mean like
have my own
Boosie and
version.
Webby? You mean like that type of trap?
Okay, let me explain myself. So basically, when I put the question, is regular trap music dead? It's like when I say regular trap music, it's like the generic sound of trap, right? Whether you have like the Gucci Man, the Quavo, the original. I'm not saying that Quavo is an original trap artist, but that same 2014, 2013 sound, because we're starting to see artists like, for example, like Lil Baby. He's still considered like a trap artist. And so now listen to his last album. The album wasn't bad. I think it's the fact that people just over that sound now. Where rap is in a whole nother place. Because if you look at from the 2020s where rap music is versus where it was, like you say, in 2013, 2012, things have changed. So I don't think it's that Gucci Man or artists like Gucci Man or Quavo, they're not good. Their music not good. I just think that like a lot of fans, a lot of people are not interested in that same trap sound. So that was my question. Like, do people still even care about trap music? Because you have a artist like, I don't know, Playboy Cardi, all these different artists that had these experimental sounds, like even like Travis Scott, and people are kind of like that's what they want to hear versus the same trap album. So that's what the question. Do you kind of understand what I'm saying,
Yeah, I do.
Travis?
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. Um, I guess my response would be no. I wouldn't say it's dead. It's just not like in that limelight anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I agree.
it's
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm so in my opinion, I wouldn't say it's dead, but I feel like there's a possibility that it could be on its way because think like people like Future, you know, definitely kind of like keep it going. But if you listen to a lot of Future's new music, it's trap, but he's doing so many different things with it. And I just think that when I look at just regular trap music, and I look at them like, man, I don't think these kids, these younger kids, cause these kids they stream a lot of the music while we at work. These kids are streaming, and I look at it and say, man, I don't think these kids really into just regular trap music anymore, because nowadays Quavo drop an album, many people don't give it a listen. Uh, Gucci Man drop a tape. You know, I'm pretty sure we probably don't even know the last Gucci Man project, and I'm talking about literally the last one. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't think trap music is regular trap sounding music is dead, but I feel like there's a possibility where it's on its way because I don't think people checking for trap like that no more. I think you look at where music is going now. You got Memphis got their own scene. You got this New York drill sound. You got so many different kinds of music that I think 10 years from now, will people still be interested in a Quavo album or Migos album or something like that? So I'm not gonna say it's dead, but I feel like it definitely could be on its way.
Nah, drill is dead. Like the New York
Drill
drill,
is dead.
I think that shit's dead, more dead than than trap. Trap is like, I guess the way that it was, like, early trap. I think that is just like they just evolved from that. Like a lot of artists that came up with that sound, they still keep it in their stuff, but they like add some extra shit onto it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like Lil Baby, he's like an evolution of what like that sound like Lex Luger and fucking Waka Flocka came up with, you know? And well, it's him and a lot of other people. That's just an example. So it's like I think it's just evolving more less. I think it's more so evolving than dying.
I feel like I'm gonna say that. Then I'm gonna pass on to the next person. I get what you're saying, and you're right. But when I look at like it evolving, like you said, I think it's like it is, but I feel like it already passed that stage of evolving. And I think right now it's just in this weird space because when I look at, okay, you think about original trap artists, like we definitely gonna have I want us to say the Jeezy Ti and Gucci conversation. We can
Mm-hmm.
have that, that versus on the next topic because I want us to all talk about that. But I'll say it definitely already evolved in a sense where it went from Gucci, Jeezy, Ti to Thug Future, Two Chains, and then it already evolved. I mean, this thing now is just in the space of just people still want to hear that sound because it definitely already evolved in my opinion.
Yeah,
And I just think that now I don't know. I don't think people checking for it as much. I don't. I feel like even Memphis, like their own sound of music, like that stuff is like that's growing. But I don't know. I feel like regular trap music, like a generic trap beat, I feel like if Quavo dropped the album tomorrow, I don't think many of us would be interested in listening to it.
that's Quavo
Or
though. I
or hold on, or if the
Yeah,
Migos were all still together, and God rest take off soul, if he was still living, will we still be bumping Migos in 2025? Like, will we still be bumping Migos? Because the last project came out, you know, you didn't even know it
yeah, that
existed.
project was
Like,
yeah, that project was
so
slow.
that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I just pass on to the next person.
I think I feel like trap is starting to kind of be more of a rock star persona than it is about being like a trap artist. Like Playboy Cardi, like that it's cool. Like I like what he does, but it I don't know. It doesn't sound like trap. Like I don't know if that's an artist that y'all would consider to be trap, or even somebody like Lil Uzi. Like Lil Uzi started out making trap, but it wasn't really like trap. Like I don't know. When I
Yeah.
think of trap, I think of like Thug, Rich Homie Quan, like that whole, like, and maybe like a, even a little bit more new artist, but it sounds like it's more of a like, I don't know, this like rock star type of trap. Like even like when Yeet started blowing up, like it was great, but it didn't like sound like trap. It sounded more like techno, like I don't know, like electric. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's basically kind of like piecing off of what y'all were saying. Like it already has evolved, but just turned into something that I guess not a lot of people will like think like this would be trap. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't that long ago where like trap was had a long run from like what like 2010 to like 2018. So it was like, or yeah, maybe a little bit more than that, but like I feel like that was when like trap was at its like prime, especially like when Migos was taking off and stuff like that. But now, like you said, like if Migos drops an album, is anybody gonna really listen to it? No, but if they make it like Playboy Cardi or they do something that's more up to date, then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe people will then listen to it. You see how like that sounds dumb, right?
Yeah.
Like the
But
fact
you
that they have to.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
get it. I
yeah,
get
yeah.
you. I get you.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I understand,
Oh,
but
that's
like,
depressing.
yeah, that's
But
what I'm
see,
saying. Like, go
see,
ahead.
Tariq, you answering this question so well, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro. I just want to tell you, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like play,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
you like it has already evolved. Now, trap music, like Playboy Cardi, in my opinion, I don't think he's a trap artist. I don't think Uzi's right now a
Yeah,
trap artist. I think they started as trap artists, but I think they eventually created their own sound from trap. But generic, just regular trap music, I do feel like that's dead. So I just wanted to say, yeah, Tariq, you understand what I'm saying, and you right.
yeah, bro. Like I said, like it's yeah, it has evolved. It's just gotten to a sound that I feel like we're not all quite adjusted to and ready for. And to be completely honest, I would appreciate this sound a lot more if it wasn't so easy to make. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody now could sound like Playboy Cardi if they wanted to, or if they wanted to sound like I don't really know who's like really trending like right now because there's so many new artists every week. But like I definitely wish trap would go back to like the way it used to be, especially in like 2013 and 14. Like I feel like that was like a great time for trap. And then on top of that, like trap brought out other artists. Like Drake was like on to trap, but not. I mean, I don't know. Like, but like long story short, I get what you're saying. The end result is just, in my opinion, it just sounds too rock star type of trap than it sounds like how it should be in a way.
Um, my y'all said a handful. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna just say this. This topic was brought up before, not with us, but like I think with somebody else. Not it was like a hip hop podcast that like brought this shit up, and somebody said that like if they had differentiated like trap with like okay, so we have like Future Thug, Ti, and Gucci. We have that type of trap, and then we have like the new age trap. Let me just say new age. That trap itself, I know trap is like a subgenre of hip hop pretty much, but I feel like that new age style of trap should also be a subgenre of something else because like it's like I'm gonna say this like the era of like the Gucci Mane style, the early Migos style and stuff like that, whatever the case is. That's like it's not dead, but like that sound is like it's not really relevant to like how it is anymore. And like, yeah, you could throw in Lil Baby, you could throw in, well, like Gunna to an extent. Like you could throw in like some of those guys, because then you even got somebody like Moneybagg Yo. That's a trap artist. Is he like an Atlanta trap artist? No, but he still has that trap sound. And then you also got like Key Glock, rest in peace, Young Dolph. Like you have like your own different types of trap, but like it's like, what do you define it? Because the Playboy Cardis, the Yeet, that whole opium sound or whatever, that's like rage trap. It's like, let's kind of get this out the way. So trap itself, the definition of trap when it comes to music, lyrics wise, it's just pretty much like street rap. Like you talking about like dope, selling dope. You talking about like like bitches like playing tricks on you and stuff like that. Like that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's that era. But this other genre of trap, the new age trap or whatever, is just rage shit. You know, it's just like it's another thing. And then you also have another type of trap where it's just like you got like the tricking style, like D Boss Man D-Lo style or whatever, or like even like some of these girls, like you got female trap or whatever. So trap has its own definition of certain artists that have that style. So your definition of trap, like when you're asking about is trap dead? Trap's not dead. It just went to like three different paths. You know?
I disagree. I gotta disagree on that. I'm
Oh
gonna give
yeah.
you
Okay.
pushback.
Okay. How so?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you pushback because I'm gonna say this. Think that there should be another name for it. I mean, us just saying, okay, well, this trap music, and then, well, these are different kinds of traps. It's like, no, it should be there's an original sound to it, and these other kinds of music, like this stuff that Yeats doing and Playboy Cardi doing, I feel like that should be in its own category. That should be in its own category. That should has its own name to it because there's a distinct difference between the two. Like like Tariq was just saying, he said, "Hey, if Migos was to drop another project, if they were still together, people wouldn't listen to it. But if they made it like Playboy Cardi, which Playboy Cardi definitely has his own type of sound, people be willing to listen to it. So I feel like with the Playboy Cardis, what the Yeats are doing, that is a separate sound. I don't think it's a different kind of trap music. Like you got to think about this. Like we just talked about the Playboy Cardi album, and that album, who wasn't even really like rapping like that. He was kind of making a lot of sounds, and he just had like some good production. You even said there was a lot of noise on that album, and some of the songs he didn't even rap. I mean, the beat was just really going on, right? But he made it in a way to sound good. But when I look at stuff like Gucci Mane, Two Chains, and Ti used to do back then, like original trap music versus this stuff, I wouldn't even put it in the same category as trap. So I'm not saying you wrong, Shaq. I agree with what you're saying. You was definitely right. But I feel like this type of music that what they're doing in the 2020s, I feel like it should have its own name to it because it ain't trap music. That like
But
this is not trap music.
but that's what I was saying though. Like that's exactly what I was saying. I'm like, I said subgenre because like now it's starting to become its own. Like it's starting to become a thing of itself. So remember, trap wasn't its own. Like trap is still a it's still a genre itself. It's still hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because if if we was to go back, we're going to say boom bap, we're going to say trap, we're going to say backpack style, whatever the case. Like we're doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? Trap is a subgenre. You know what I'm saying? So with this new, let's say the new age of like the Playboy Cardi style and all them other dudes, that like that's a subgenre of its own thing. I guess you could say it's a subgenre of rap too because it's still coming back to rap. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they're using trap style beats, they're using trap drums, they're using like trap lingo, they're still gonna call it trap for its own thing. And I agree, like it should be called something else. That's why if you're if you're looking up, like, if you go on YouTube and you type up a Playboy Cardi type beat, you're gonna say a rage type beat. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be known for, right? Like Travis Scott rage type songs, stuff like that. If you're gonna look up Gunna and fucking like Lil Uzi or whatever, you're gonna say like melodic trap. You're gonna say like shit like that. If you look up like SZA or Summer Walker, you're gonna say like R&B trap. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still gonna come back to it being trap. So it's like I get what you're saying, and you kind of get what I'm saying. As like, yeah, it should be called its own thing, but they're still gonna be under considered trap beats because I'm looking at it from like I'm looking at it from like a producer thought. Like it's still using like the same trap drums, the same snares, the same hi hats, the same 808s. That's how I'm looking at it. Like if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But that's how I'm looking at it.
Nah. You're not wrong. I just think we saying the same thing. We just saying it in two different ways.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, and by you looking from a producer standpoint, I'm looking at it more on a lyrical standpoint. And not saying that all trap artists are lyrical, but the subject matter. Like when I think of real trap music, I think of dudes actually talking about some stuff, right? And whether that we can relate to it or not, we can know when we hear this, man, this is like trap music. And I
mm-hmm.
just feel like it's an unfairity for a person like Playboy Cardi, and I'm not disrespecting him because I liked his album that he got out now, but it's like I feel like, hey, bro, hey, you doing your thing, but when it comes to like trap music, like the real trap music I'm talking about, you shouldn't be put in the same category. But I understand, like you saying, trap is a subgenre, but like I'm saying, it's this. I feel like in a way, I believe hip hop is gonna find a way to create that their own subgenre and name and come up with a name for it because definitely shouldn't be in the same category. But on a producer standpoint, you right. Like the sound, like the beats wise, like the drums are there. But the subject matter and the vocals and all that, that's totally different. But I
Yeah,
feel like this topic is really what we talking about is really good for our next topic, and I feel like the next topic everybody's gonna have a chance to really chime in and have their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Like I said, bro. Like, cause I'm not even just looking from like even trap, like even pop too, because like pop used to been in like
And rap as well.
you said, well,
I said shit, rap as well. Like I didn't mean to interrupt,
no,
but
no,
I like when I made this point where I was like Cali artists like in the '90s, they gave a great like handoff to like the artists that we have now. And there's not really a name for like that style of rap. We just call it new school rap versus
yeah,
old school rap. But there's still a category for that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's like it's kind of like again like what do you say like what do you call those artists like that style of trap like what like yeah like I kind of agree like should it be I don't really think trap should even be part of rap but I think that should be its own thing but it goes back to that same question like is like I don't know like is it really trap?
It should be called something like it should have a name for it because a Ti and Playboy Cardi, you know, there's a difference between the two, and so I understand what Shaq is saying. Like, yeah, still may consider Playboy Cardi's new music trap, but there should definitely be its own name for it because what those guys was doing and what these guys are doing now, they may rap on the same type of drums, but it is two different things.
yeah. But okay,
Yeah,
but hold on, y'all. So think about this shit for a second, right? Because that's what I'm about to
Mm-hmm.
say. Like with pop, right? Pop, when you think of like a pop sound or whatever, you think of like I'm just going to name like three artists, like Katy Perry or Lady Gaga or Justin Bieber, like like any of those artists or something like that. And the type of sounds is going to be something you could dance to, something you can like play in a club, whatever the case is. But with rap, like okay, y'all don't want it to be considered like y'all don't want it to be named under like trap or whatever, but okay, so what's trap to hip hop then? Like what is hip hop then? because still at the end of the day, everything is coming back to hip hop. I'm not even gonna bring up rap. Like it's still gonna be hip hop at the end of the day. Like trap is still a subgenre of hip hop. Boom bap is still a sub is its own thing of hip hop.
Same art,
You said
But
what?
Shaquille, what we saying is
but
this.
not
But
really.
Hold on, Terry. Your mic kind of messing up.
Oh,
what we
my bad.
Yeah.
hey, you want to go first, Tariq?
No, you got it, bro.
All right. What we saying is this: we're not saying that we disagree with you, and we're not saying that. I'm gonna just speak for myself. I'm not saying that trap should not be considered hip hop. I'm just saying is this: there should be a distinctive, and with Gucci, Jeezy, Ti, all those original trap guys, what they're doing, and versus what these younger guys are doing today,
Hmm.
they may both be rapping on trap beats, but there's a distinction, and I feel like it should be categorized because of the sound that was in 2013, 2014, and the sound that is in 2025. It's two different things. Yeah, they rapping on the same type of beats, but it's two different styles of music. I mean,
Yeah.
whether somebody want to consider Playboy Carti music rap or not, if somebody was to tell me, "Hey, I don't even think Playboy Carti should be considered a rapper," I wouldn't even disagree with them. I wouldn't, but I wouldn't agree. But at the same time, I wouldn't give pushback because what Playboy Carti is even doing in rap music right now, it's really some of the songs are really on some EDM type stuff, like really. But at the same time, I'm not saying that they're doing is not rap music. I'm just saying is that there's a distinction between the trap music that we all grew up on and versus what these kids are growing up on now. So you ask a 12-year-old, hey, like this, if they listen to Playboy Cardi versus they listen to Ti, they probably gonna be like, man, I feel like I'm in a whole nother world. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like it should be a distinction
I
between.
think there is a name for it. We just don't know it.
Bro, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying.
what I'm
I'm
saying.
calling. I thought the name for it was called Rage. That's what I thought it was for like that style.
Um,
Is
yeah,
it not?
y'all would know more than y'all would know
Oh,
better than me if that's the case.
Oh
It's these
man.
YNs, bro. It's
yeah.
these YNs, man. So
Yeah, I mean,
It's like
I, I like I'm listening from the in and out. I thought people would just be called because that's what I'm saying. You go
In
on
and out.
YouTube, like you go on YouTube and you put Rage type beat, bro. The fucking thumbnail is going to be like. And don't, look, I'm not trying to get mad or anything, but the fucking thumbnail is going to be Cardi or Yeet or any of them type of guys. That's what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? So like okay, so now we got somebody like Lil Baby and Migos or whatever. Aren't those guys still considered trap?
I don't know,
okay,
bro. Like it's
listen.
like
I'm not saying. Listen, Shaquille. I'm not saying that they're not trap, but I'm just saying there's a. I. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm saying this. I think that there's a distinction between the original trap music and versus what is trap considered today. So I'm not saying that. That's why you got somebody like a Future who's like a mix of both. He's a mix of he can blend in with the new guys, but he still have that original trap sound. So he's like a blend of both. He's
yeah,
like, yeah, he's a blend of both. But when you got a guy like Playboy Cardi and you got a guy like Ti, or Two Chains, any of those original trap guys, the sounds are different. So yeah, I'm not saying that they both can't be considered trap music, but I feel like this there's a distinction between the two.
yeah, there is.
it, it, exactly, bro. It goes back to rap because if you can easily talk about Tupac and you could talk about Kendrick Lamar and you could put them side by side and there wouldn't be no question, no debate. But you can't do that with Ti and Playboy Cardi. They're like what's this like you said like you'd be thinking like damn like what world are you in because I don't even know what that is. And so that's why I was saying like again, like it's like can you honestly call it trap because it's something that goes so far. Like even if we're just gonna talk about rage, like I'm pretty sure like first of all the tempo, the all of that stuff is so much different from just the trap that we all know, like the trap that we all kind of like grew up on, or whatever other trap that you want to say. It's something that's so different. If you can't really put two artists, like, I mean, obviously this is like, it's debatable, like, you know, you can agree or disagree, but if you can't really have like those scenarios where you can take somebody like T.I. and Playboi Carti and be like, all right, we're gonna compare these two since they're both trap artists and stuff like that, then I feel like it'd be okay. But the fact that you can't do that is like, I feel like it's the whole reason why you should, like, why we're coming to this question of like, okay, then if it's not trap, then what is it? Like, how do you, like, should it really does need to be its own thing though, like when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like it really does. Because if like I said, going back to the rap, if niggas was really to say like Kendrick Lamar is not on Tupac's level, then that would never be like, no one would ever talk about that. But the fact is that they're both rap artists. It's just one is from an older generation, one's from a newer generation. But the way of the, like, their music, it's still the same thing. It's just new, like, different sounds. Obviously, it's still like you could still put those two artists and talk about them and be like, all right, yeah, we could talk about this artist because this is what there's more things that they have in common versus the differences that they have, is what I'm trying to say.
So what would y'all name?
And Shaquille, you're right.
What would y'all name that?
And you're
song?
right.
What happened?
I just want to say this, like, from you speaking from a producer standpoint, and like Tariq, I understand what Tariq is saying, and Shaquille, I understand what you're saying too. Like, you thinking of it like from a producer standpoint, and it does make sense because, like, hey, like the drums are the same and stuff like that. That's the reason why I understand where you coming from too, Shaq, because like you're heavy on that producer stuff. Like you, Tariq, y'all heavy on the sounds and the beats and stuff. You know, I'm going by the lyrics and stuff like that.
All right.
Oh,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
you too,
going by.
Trevor. You too, Trevor. You too, Travis. Right? All y'all.
I mean,
all y'all guys
I ain't one of them. I ain't a producer. I'm just a listener. I made
all
like 2
y'all
beats in
guys
middle
in here-
school. That's about it.
right, right. All y'all guys is pretty much the producers. So Shaq, I understand what you saying too. That's it.
Okay, but still, my question is like, look, bro, I gotta give y'all a hard time, bro. I have to. Like, I'm gonna admit it. I'm gonna be on my Joe Budden shit, bro. Like, so what would y'all name it then?
And what, man? Tariq,
I
what you
don't
gonna name
know.
this, man?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what do y'all? What should it be called? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what kids are like calling that today. It's got to be something with their lingo. Cause I'm gonna say some old shit like techno trap or some shit, and niggas is gonna laugh at me like, bro, what are you talking about? So it's like, obviously it has to match up with like what kids are like calling that type of music. I don't really know the lingo like that, so I wouldn't know what to call it. But I do know like it's something that's very different. I feel like it kind of needs its own thing, and that's how I feel about trap too. I'm not saying trap is not a form of rap. I just feel like because the lyrics, the sound, the feel of it is so different that you would kind of have to kind of like make it its own thing. And it's kind of like rock too. Like you wouldn't say punk rock and heavy metal is two of the same things. They're
Right.
both
Right.
rock, but they're two totally different things, and they have their own names for it. So that was just kind of the point that I was like trying to make.
Here, let me compare it to something that's like not music related. All right, so like all y'all niggas, so all y'all know about like the whole LeBron Jordan like comparison thing. But if you really think about it, we really shouldn't be comparing those two players.
Yeah.
Why
If
not?
you really
They're
think
doing the
about
same
it, LeBron is 6'9", 200 some pounds, completely different position and everything like that. Played in a completely different era. All right.
But both of them were
Now
able
both of them play basketball and both of them are
Jeff,
great
what
at
you
it.
think?
That's the only comparison.
Nah, we're not gonna let this slide, bro. Hold on, because I'm finna turn into Stephen A. Smith. Bro, both of them can play all 5 positions. They can
First of all,
guard.
Jordan
almost
can't
all
play
5
center. Don't even say that. Don't even
You're
say that.
Play center?
bugging.
Jordan
You're
can't play
bugging. Bro,
Not his
Jordan was
fucking
on-
6'5" ass.
Bro,
No,
I'm
he's
not
not
even
playing
gonna get
center.
into
this.
No, he's not.
I'm not
He
getting
No,
can
into
he's
play.
this, bro.
Nah, he could do that. I'm
No, he
sure Jordan
can't.
can play.
No, he
Shaquille.
can't. No, he
Bro,
can't. No, he can't.
who? Bro, you telling me Jordan's not jumping up with any of the bigs? You telling
I'm
me
not
he's
saying
not
he
going?
can't jump. I'm not saying he jump, but he ain't. No, bro, he's not guarding someone that's fucking 7'3", bro. I hate to break it to you.
Obviously not. But what I'm saying is, if at any point in time he could step up and do that, not saying he'd be the best, but both of them can step up and do that. That's the point that I'm trying to make. You
Mm.
could put LeBron on a big. LeBron has proven plenty of times that he can do that.
Exactly.
Okay. So what are we talking about then?
I said what I was going back before. You really like they're two completely different players, though, even in their play style.
Yeah, they're both versatile, but it's not like to where they're both like comparable. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, they really shouldn't be getting compared. It's just like they're both really good, so it's like, okay, who's the GOAT? That's why they're comparing it.
Jack, what you think?
I mean, I'm not a
You
sports
don't
guy.
watch basketball.
Yeah, I'm not a sports guy. It's just funny just just hearing the chaos behind it, bro. But
This next topic, I feel like we need to do this. This next topic, man, we gotta do. This.
okay, we all right. So yeah, to make things kind of quick, we all have our own opinions on what trap should sound like or whatever. Because then I could just bring up drill, because drill is just another version of trap. But
Nah,
you know,
we don't gonna do that.
no.
Okay, can we, Shaq, the next topic,
Look,
bro.
I'm gonna move on. I'm just saying we're gonna come back to it, but I'm, whatever. It's cool.
You got,
It's cool. Let me not scare the hoes away, bro. Fuck it. Next topic. Oh well, that's for closing. All right, we're gonna save that last one for when we're about to leave.
What other topic is there?
If you read, I asked about the XXXTENTACION one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. My bad.
look at
I
this
ain't put
guy.
that on
that's
there.
a good one.
Look at
That's a
this
good
guy.
one.
Bro, anywho. So I had to start like while I was at work, and I was just kind of just thinking about it. I'm like, because I think the last two episodes, we was talking about like, it was either the last episode or the episode before, we was talking about like who could be like, no, I take that back. So I was on Twitter like about like a week ago or so, and somebody was like somebody was talking about like they're getting tired of like hearing about the Drake J Cole beef or whatever, which everybody agrees that everybody's getting tired of it. But somebody had like responded to that comment, and it was just like, well, I'm sorry, like we're sorry your generation didn't have any superstars or anything like that.
Whoa.
And I was just like, oh, okay, that's kind of an interesting one, because
That's not
like
even true.
hold
Anyways.
on. So we're talking about like 2020, because we're going to assume like the guy who brought that shit up was from like his generation of rappers, like let's just say late 2018 to 2020. Now the first question is, who's a superstar of the 2020s? Because you could bring up Lil Baby, you could bring up Gunna to an extent, you know what I'm saying? You could bring up Cardi, you know what I'm saying? And it's also funny that I'm bringing up Cardi, because me and him had a conversation, right? And he was asking me, is Cardi is at the same level as Travis Scott? And while we was talking, like he was giving some good pointers. Like Cardi's able to bring out a whole bunch of shows, like able to sell out shows. Does the Rolling Loud thing. He has so much hype for almost for all of his albums, pretty much. Mainly like the last two. You know what I'm saying? Even his music and his leaks carry himself. Like I think the leaks actually make him more famous than his fucking albums himself. You know what I'm saying? So like it's kind of like that. It's kind of like the Lil Wayne thing. Like was like, yeah, Lil Wayne, he was part of the Hot Boys, but like when his music started getting leaks, and not to mention the mixtapes and whatever, it's like that's Wayne was really like popping off for that shit. It's debatable. I mean, it's not debatable. I just want to make that an extra topic, but I was like, yeah, you're right. But then also I was watching a video, and like I think somebody was like talking about whether if Cardi can like sell out shows in like foreign countries and shit. And I'm like, you know what? That's a good point, because like, yeah, in America or whatever the case is, Cardi, he can have that shit. But what about Europe? What about Australia? What about Japan or whatever? His style is known. Like let's get that out the way. I do remember there was a time, I think it was either like a Korean artist or Japanese artist that borrowed not borrowed, they pretty much used that Cardi style from like 2018 to 2020.
They stole that shit.
They stole that shit, you know what I'm saying? And they're known for that, you know what I'm saying? This is nothing new, you know? So like Cardi, he excuse me, his style of music is known throughout other countries, but can he do what Travis Scott do? You know what I'm saying? So the main two questions is who's the superstars of this generation of 2020 and above, and is Cardi on the same level as Travis Scott?
What about the X question?
Oh yeah, and then the X question. Oh yeah, and then the X one. I mean, it doesn't matter which one y'all want to start off first.
What's the X question?
Did XXX Tentacion had the potential to be where Kendrick or Cole in Cole's position
Fuck
if he was
no.
still alive?
Yeah, I'm kind of a hater of him, so no.
Fuck no.
Man,
God
this-
damn.
Bro, we gotta stop with not us, but like niggas gotta stop with that shit, bro.
No.
Like-
This was something I thought about. It
No,
wasn't-
I know. I'm just saying this like it's just a weird thing that like to put him in that pedestal. That people were doing that.
No, okay. So, look, listen. So the reason why I brought it up because like yes, X he was different. You know what I'm saying? Like he was somebody of like a different stature, whatever. But Trevin, like going based off your reaction, right? You know, like going based off of your reaction. Try telling somebody that about whatever if Kendrick or Cole could have been in Pog's or Big's position back in like 2010. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have the same reaction you just had. They're gonna be like, bro,
Well,
who the fuck
no,
is Kendrick?
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Cause I know. No, I'm not saying because X isn't trash. That nigga can rap his ass off.
Right.
I know that. But what I'm saying is that when it depends on what he does though, because that nigga was doing a lot of different shit, like a lot of different like types of songs. Or like he would have one like Riot where he would just be rapping over a cold ass fucking beat. You know what I'm saying? And it just sounds like some damn 90s shit. But then the very next song, he's singing over a guitar. You know? And that sounds good too.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm saying, fuck no, he'd be bigger than where Kendrick. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
yeah, go man.
Because
What?
that nigga was doing literally everything on a project.
Well,
Now,
damn.
if
Well,
it's
damn. That's all you had to say. Like I made it think.
no,
You made it seem like
because because it sounds like it's just rap, but it's like he didn't even get the chance to even flex that much because people are also linking him to like personal drama, like that he had going on. So it's like they're making it seem like he's just he's this problematic nigga.
yeah.
Where
and-
like right when he was trying to
no, go
like-
ahead, go. I'm sorry.
like right when he was trying to clean up his image, that was when his life got cut short.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that if he did stick to that, he would have been bigger than
No.
both of them niggas.
And see, and that's why I brought that up because, like, okay, I wasn't trying to compare him to Kendrick or Cole. I was just trying to see would he be in a superstar status, like would he be talked about in the next 10 years? You know what I'm saying? Because like, yeah, I'm making Kendrick and Cole the comparisons because they're easy comparisons. Like we're still talking about them almost 12 to 15 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that's because they're still dropping content though.
and yeah, and not just because of the content, but like, bro, even when Kendrick and Cole was like silent, and while Drake was just dropping shit, it's just like people were still making memes. They were still making those little cover art shits about like Big Three. Like, bro, Big Three wasn't a 2020 topic. Big Three was been the thing since like even way before that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I mean, there was a different Big Three, but you know, I don't want to start pushing my agenda
well,
until later on.
we can say that for another topic. Like, bro, we always coming up with new shit. But like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying like the main sum of it always kept coming down to Kendrick Cole and Drake. Like, yes, we could throw in Nicki. Yes, we could throw in Future. Yes, we can throw in Thug and anybody else. But like main wise, it always just came back to those main three, which personally I don't have a problem with. I like all them guys. I like the guys that we don't mention because we can also throw in fucking Joey Badass if we wanted to. Big Crit, yes, nigga, Big Crit. We can throw in all them niggas if we want to. But like at the end of the day, it just comes back down to those three. Now then, as I was trying to say, with X and like since you kind of gave me an answer, that's what I was trying to say because X he built like I want to say like a couple months before he died, he did do like some pop songs with like another artist. I forgot her name or whatever. So yes, he had that not saying he could have been like another Drake, but like he could also pop not I ain't gonna say he'd be at the same level, but like they could have been like the, it could have measured up to something like that. You know what I'm saying? He would have been big.
Mm-hmm.
And like, cause he could have like, despite the shit that he had going on, I'm not even about to bring that shit up. He could have worked with Justin Bieber. He could have worked with The Weeknd. He could have worked with Kanye. You know what I'm saying? He could have worked with a lot of people. Like shit, mate. I ain't gonna say Taylor Swift. That might be a little. I'll give him a little too much credit, but he could work something around it. You know what I'm saying? And that was my thing. Like, yeah, he could have been bigger than both Kendrick and Cole. Cause look at it, bro was consistently dropping. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it was just underground songs or SoundCloud songs, YouTube songs, or well, I ain't gonna say radio, but shit. If he had if he had the opportunity to do radio songs too, his shit was getting played. And if he survived, like if he had survived just a little bit more during the TikTok era, bro, bro would have been on fucking fire right now. Like niggas wouldn't even niggas wouldn't even be thinking about Cole or Kendrick. Shit, if anything, if the Kendrick beef was still going on, like when X was still alive, shit, X would probably be like, man, fuck Drake too, and he'll probably hop on Kendrick's side because he didn't like that nigga either. You know what I'm saying? So X would have been on fucking major Super Mario ass status, bro. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, I wouldn't say Super Mario, but yeah, he'd be pretty big.
Okay, Luigi then, nigga. like he would have been up there. Do y'all agree?
He'd be a crisp Toad. All right.
All right, hating ass nigga. Sound like a Koopa nigga. Do y'all agree?
I mean, I don't know. I can't
Crickets? Crickets? Are we getting crickets?
Yeah,
Good.
I don't really know a lot. Bro, I just started listening to X as well, so I'm
Tarek,
late.
I need you to do your homework, bro. Every time you come over to my place, I'm gonna ask you like 5 questions, bro. Scantron and everything.
All right.
Scantron.
Stop playing with me, bro.
So I'm gonna give my opinions. I agree with Trevor, like right on what he said. Like I feel like, he kind of reminds me of Prince in a lot of ways. I'm not comparing the two. I'm definitely not doing that. But
please say that. Please say that. Please say that.
But just how people have. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. But as in being creative, and then it was like saying that he actually knew how to like play the instruments and stuff like that. I could see him if he was alive, him having live shows. I could see him playing the piano. I could see him playing guitar, right? Because these are things that he was actually practicing in. Like there's footage of him playing the piano. But I do think that. I feel like in that artist, I think he did a song with that girl Noah Cyrus. I think yeah. Like she's really big in the pop scene. But yeah, bro would have been, and the thing about it is what I liked about him, he would have been that artist that he probably didn't even need features. Like he probably would have been that artist that probably wouldn't have needed a Drake feature or a Future feature. I feel like if anything, they would be trying to get him on their song. He would have definitely been that guy that name would have been used to help a lot of careers if he was still alive. Like a lot of people would be calling for X to be on that album, but he was just kind of like, I liked him because he didn't play by the rules. That's what I really liked about X. Like he didn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't need y'all guys. I'm gonna drop a album. I'm gonna do rock. I'm gonna do rap. I'm gonna do country." He was like that guy. He didn't believe in playing by the rules, and that's what I respect about him. And he did his own thing, and he still had people to follow him. A lot of guys can't do that today. A lot of guys can't do what they want to do, and people still support them. But X was one of them that he could literally drop an album full of country, like a country album, and it will still sell 300K, 400K first week. And
Would it be good? Is the question too.
Listen, let me tell you this.
I got you.
Say this. This is an interesting thing about it. Whether it would be good or not, that would be debatable. Because some songs I didn't like by him, but he still would have had the numbers. That's the thing about guys like X is that he could do what he want to do, and it's still gonna sell regardless because he have that type of fan base. They
Yeah.
just want his music. They don't care what it sounds like
Yeah.
because of they just respect his music. So I liked him. He was that guy. He didn't play by the rules, and I feel like Drake would have definitely probably wanted him to be on this project.
He
He wouldn't
didn't
have-
want
he
him.
wouldn't
He
have got
stole
that.
from him.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got it though. That
But
nigga
but
stole
but
from him, bro.
but it's like this, and then I feel like he would have been an artist. He still would have been controversial because he was outspoken. Like a lot of the top guys in rap, they quiet. They try to stay out of the mess. They try to stay out of giving their opinions. But he was that guy. He was gonna say what he wanted to say, and he didn't care. So couldn't he? You really couldn't cancel him. I don't think he would have been an artist that you could cancel. He would have been really controversial, but you couldn't have canceled X. Like you couldn't.
Bro,
Nah.
So that's
and to add on to that, like that's what I'm saying. Like X, like towards the end, he was trying to like kind of change that. Like yeah, he was still gonna be a little dark with some of his stuff or whatever, but you could tell like in the last few live streams that he had on IG, like he was talking about like not wealth, but like he was like talking about like health. He was talking about like changing people's mindsets, growing up. Like he was like it showed that like he legit was at least trying. And even though like nobody's perfect, like people still gonna make mistakes. He still had a lot of issues that he had probably back in Florida or whatever. Like bro was at least trying to like change himself. And then not to mention he was about to be a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that doesn't really change everybody's perspective, but like I think the like him having a son will like probably make him realize, you know, I need kind of chill out with some of this shit. Because remember, he was also cool with Ski Mask, and he was also cool with Denzel Curry, and I think even Kodak too to an extent. He probably would have helped Kodak go through the shit that Kodak got going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Him and Denzel, they probably would have linked back up. They probably would have made some music together, have maybe a collaboration or two or something like that. They could have fixed their problems. Him and Ski Mask. I'm not too familiar with Ski Mask. Like I listened to him a few times, whatever. But they could have worked something out. You know what I'm saying? As for 6ix9ine, that's a different story. But like they could have like he was on the right path, bro. He was on the right path. You know what I'm saying? And like with Kendrick kind of noticing him and like kind of shouting him out or whatever, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure X didn't want like he didn't want to let that down. Like he wanted to do better. But when niggas are envy of you and they're jealous of you and they hate the lifestyle that you're living, it's like they want to take that away from you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to like kind of I don't want to leave that on a hard note. It's just like a life lesson where it's like this is why I wish for like some artists would they'll just be aware like be aware of like the shit that they got right now, and just be careful what like the people that's around them and the environment that's around them. You know what I'm saying? Because like just imagine XXX in 2025. We don't know how that shit would have turned out. We wouldn't have to be worrying about his label throwing in fucking unused songs and possibly AI shit or whatever. Like granted, I don't think they dropped anything since 2022 or whatever. I may be wrong, but I just hate the fact that it's like we got a whole bunch of like whole bunch of unreleased shit that we didn't really need to fucking hear because he's no longer here to like change that. You know what I'm saying? But that was my topic for that for that part. So I'm kind of glad that Trevin like kind of brought that up. Like damn, like he would have been bigger. Like I definitely would agree. You know what I'm saying? Bro had like a huge amount of potential. You know, so that was my thing on that. Oh, anybody else before we move on to the next topic? That's it?
Do it.
Guess. Oh.
That's it?
I was
That
like,
it?
no, let's move on. That's what I said.
Okay, all right. So the next topic, Trevor, I'm probably gonna have to put you in the back seat again, bro. I'm sorry, but
Damn it.
but the next one is Cardi on the same level as Travis Scott?
Yeah, I'm in the back.
So do any of the elders want to answer this question
Nigga said
first?
elders. That's crazy.
I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. Do any of y'all OGs want to answer this question? Tariq, Travis.
Oh my god.
I think Terry, do
Oh,
you even listen to Cardi like that, or is this kind of whatever?
no, I do. I don't really know enough to make debatable points. So that's all y'all. Y'all got it.
Gotcha.
All right. What about Travis? What are you doing? Are you want to answer this?
This nigga probably asleep. Travis.
I don't really be listening to them
Oh,
like that.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
fair.
my
So
bad. Sorry.
I might have to just answer this one. So my personal opinion is not like Shaq. When we were talking about this, I definitely said that they were on the same level. But you open up my mind to think about something, and that was just like what you said of the touring thing. You know, I'm not really heavy into the touring scene, but I do know he sells out. But
Right.
when what happened?
No, nothing.
Okay, I'm not really heavy into like the touring scene, but you did like help me think about something when you said, "Hey, like you
Hold
know,
on.
what about?"
Hold on. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I have an important call. Y'all
All
can
right,
continue.
I'm just fin-
I'm still
I'm just
recording on
finished
my
talking.
end.
So, all right, so when he was saying like, okay, it's on the same level, I would definitely have to say I would say yes, but then he made me think about something. He was like, "Hey, you know, bro, what about the touring scene? Like, is Playboy Cardi selling out like Travis?" And then I was like, "Man, I don't really overseas. I was like, I don't really think he is, and that's something that with this by this new album being out, that's something that in the next year or so we're gonna notice. Like, okay, man, is this guy really gonna sell out shows like Travis Scott? So other than that, I mean, I feel like music wise, I mean, Trevin, I think he did what 300K almost like first week. Like that's crazy.
Playboy
Like that's
Cardi?
think so for his first week numbers. I think he did
Damn.
almost 300.
All right. Sorry about that, y'all.
I mean, but I I don't know the exact numbers, but I know he was projected to do 300 first week. But I feel like this next tour we're gonna be able to make the final decision. Is he on Playboy Cardi's level? But popularity wise, I feel like they neck and neck. But touring wise, I had to give it to Travis because I don't feel like Playboy Cardi has actually showed can he actually go overseas and sell out shows like that. But popularity wise, like yeah. And then music wise, that's your personal opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Uh,
wouldn't know. I don't.
yeah. I think once that, and I don't want to just say touring. It's like it's a different aspect how I think about it. But like I said, once we kind of get to that touring shit, then we can come back and talk about that topic a little more.
And if he's not on the same level as him, he's not too far from it.
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
not at all. He's definitely like on the next come up with that shit.
because the way Travis Scott was rapping on his album, it was like, bro, what's going on now? Like, bro, you usually when Travis features on other people's projects, he always does something creative. But on Playboy Cardi's album, it's like he just was like, you know, it's like he kind of held back a little
I
bit.
I will say because like I said earlier, people the last few weeks, like the last single that Travis dropped was the 4x4 one, which I don't have an issue with that song, but a lot of people are like kind of feeling like kind of iffy or like whatever with that song. There is like starting to have like that. I don't think there's like a Travis hate train, but it's just like I think Travis needs to like either probably like work just focus on just dropping like another song or whatever, just for like people to like kind of get off his back about this shit because like they did say when that four by four song dropped off the Billboard charts or whatever the case is. Granted, I don't give a fuck about charts like that. I don't I don't care about stuff like that. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because like it's like that it still look it they for what they said it was like one of the first singles to drop off the charts like so fast within like a couple of weeks. I think it fell off within under 4 weeks or under 3 weeks, whatever the case is. And it's just like damn like who's hating on Travis, like who's like who got the issue with Travis right now, because like I said, I don't mind the song. Some people don't mind the song, but there is a lot of people who's just like, is it AI? Is it like why is he sounding like this? Like it's a lot of like dislike going on with that song. So like
Weren't people saying that about Cardi recently?
you
I
said
think I
what?
saw the shit about Trevin.
Wait, what happened?
Weren't people saying like Cardi got like AI in the songs or something like that?
Yeah, I remember that.
They are, and like right now, nobody knows for sure where if it got confirmed or not. Like even though Cardi did say like there was no AI, or like Quincy he did talk about saying that like he's known for lying, which it is.
He
true.
is. That
Yeah.
nigga
Oh,
is no.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. That like I don't know if y'all remember, this happened like 2 or 3 years ago, where Cardi was having concerts and he was canceling like a bunch of them in a row, and then one he went to, quote unquote, people were saying he wasn't even there.
Oh yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody just brought this up too.
Yeah. You're right.
You know what I mean? And then I saw the video. I'm just like, I mean, you see a person, but you can't tell if it's Cardi. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just looks like a dude. Like,
Yeah. It's. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's kind of like an iffy subject right now, and it's like Cardi can't really defend that. Like his team can say whatever the case is, but it's like if that's like if you have a reputation for that, bro, it's like it's kind of hard defending you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like one of them MF Doom things where it's just like he had like a whole bunch of like clones of him or whatever.
Doppelgangers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah,
But niggas hated when he did. Niggas hated when Doom did that shit too.
yeah, so that's my thing. So it's just like, it's like if you're known for using AI, if you got caught for using AI, bro, it's just like, look, we can't defend you. Like, don't get me wrong, the song still sounds good. I'm not gonna bullshit you, it do, but don't ever name your fucking project I Am Music again if you can't even do like two fucking songs, and then
The
granted,
thing is that he has to legally like disclose if he did though.
yeah, and as far as for right now, nothing's been said yet. So
Yeah. the niggas- like,
I don't think he did.
I don't. Yeah. My bad. What you saying?
Go ahead, Trevor.
No, I was just saying that like he would get like a lawsuit or something if it comes out that he actually did.
yeah.
Fuck.
I don't think he did. I just think bro is the type of person. I think from what we see is that he allows people to make speculations because that builds more controversy around him, and that, in a way, that markets him more. Like just the fact that we even having this conversation about it, as you know, I feel like if it was a artist that probably was more present in social media, that artist would get on camera and say, "Hey, bro, y'all tripping." But I think he likes this conversation of people debating if he's using AI or not because that makes it more controversial. I think he's doing that on purpose
Yeah,
and not getting on camera and clearing it up.
yeah, I will agree. Like, bro, he likes his name being talked about because you look with the whole thing with Kanye, you know, go on his Twitter rant like last week or whatever, and he was name dropping a whole bunch of people. Some people might not like it. You think Cardi gives a fuck, bro? Like, literally, Cardi went on Twitter and he just like told that nigga to just, like shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And people was rocking with it. Like, even Diddy's ex, Cassie, whatever, fucking put it on her IG story, and did like a whole thing. He likes controversy, bro. He likes it when Iggy be talking mad shit about him, and then everybody's saying he's a bad dad, and then the next minute he puts, "Hey, I just bought my son some McDonald's." Everybody's gonna feed into that shit. You know what I'm saying? He likes that shit. So it's just, I know it's kind of like we're kind of off the topic or whatever, but it's like right now it's like with Cardi, it just doesn't fucking matter, bro. But Let me see. What was the last topic that we was doing?
Closing topic.
Yeah. Last one. Jeezy versus
It's the
Ti
last call.
versus
Okay.
Jeezy versus Ti versus Gucci Mane.
I put Ti on top.
I'm gonna let the elders go first.
It's
Shit,
Ti.
but all I'm
Jeez.
saying is I ride around my side, time my G up my window. What?
That's two Ti.
It's Ti, Jeezy, and then Gucci.
Oh, geez,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so
let the-
this is gonna sound controversial, right? I don't fuck with Jeezy too much.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it's just I don't know what it was. I just couldn't really get into him.
Bro, you didn't like I Love It?
I mean, like everyone likes that song, but like you know what I mean. Like as a whole, it's like an artist. You know what I mean? Like
I fucked with the Recession. Nah, I feel you though. Like it's hard. It is harder to. I think if you didn't get into him like by somebody like by proxy, or like you just didn't relate to whatever the fuck he was saying like as he was coming out, it'd be too late. Like at this point, Gucci just got too much fucking content.
Oh.
But Ti is like that nigga. He still is, but like he don't be making music that much no more. But that man's music was consistent as hell, and don't nobody want to admit it.
They don't give him his props.
Ti versus Tip, even though for some reason people think it's mid, I don't see it. That's one of the best albums I ever heard in my life growing up.
All I have to say, because I fuck with Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? I was definitely one of those who got put on, not by, I didn't get put on by, I didn't get put on to Jeezy by somebody else. This was like, I heard him on the radio, and then like, if you was around that DJ Khaled era, like We Taking Over and everything like that, or I'm So Hood remix, or any of them certified hood classics, like Jeezy was
Yeah.
always on them shits. You know what I'm saying? So I always had like mad love and respect for the dude. As for like, would I put him above Jeezy and Gucci and Ti? I don't know, because Ti. Look, bro. I ain't look. Ti.
bro, Shaquille, if you don't say Ti, bro, you
Bro,
use that
T.I.
fucking
has, like,
bar
the most
for so
hits,
damn
Let
bro.
me
long.
fucking finish, bro. Let me fucking finish. I cannot slander T.I.'s name either. I am just like one of them guys where it's just like, bro, if you don't fucking put some respect on T.I.'s name, bro, it's gonna be a fucking problem. My mom loves T.I. more than everybody, bro. She fucking do. Like she said, well, never mind, I ain't gonna bring that up. But anywho, like she fucking loves T.I., bro. And I got mad love, respect for T.I. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga, well, both him and Jeezy had an Andre feature, so that's one thing. And a Kanye feature, and a Jay-Z feature, and a Ross feature, and I think Nas, was it? Did
Jeezy had like multiple Jay-Z features.
Yeah, but
Jeezy had a song with Kendrick and Cole on it, and the same song. And they had verses. So you know, and Jeezy had a better verse than both of them. Nah, I'm playing. I'm lying on it. I'm lying on the last one. I'm lying on that last one, but I just wanted to see if anybody's gonna agree.
nah, bro, we're gonna put you on the spot.
Did y'all
bro.
even hear the song, bro? What is
I
you
heard
talking-
the song. I heard the
What's
song.
the song?
I'll tell you that.
American
What's the
Dream.
name of this? Fuck.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, look at you. Yeah, look at you. Like, nigga,
Damn it.
bro, I'm a Kendrick and Cole fan. You think I wouldn't know that shit? Fuck out of
Bro, I don't know, bro.
Fuck
It
outta
was just,
here
it
with
was
that
just
shit.
fun. It was just fun
Nonsense.
trying to see, bro.
Nonsense, bro. Once again, I fuck with Jeezy, bro. So of course I'm gonna fucking know that shit. Yeah, he had that song with Diddy on that album. So fucking what? Look at this motherfucker.
It's like, yeah, he got a song with Diddy.
Anywho, and look, bro, I can't make the comparison with T.I. and Jeezy, bro. But I will say with Gucci though, I did not appreciate that nigga's music in the beginning. I think I started listening to Gucci like during 08. And yes, I will say the Lemonade song was definitely getting played off my iPod Nano repeatedly. Many times, bro. Many fucking times. But I'm not about to sit here and act like every time this nigga dropped a mixtape or a project, I'll listen into that shit. I had homies put me on to Gucci, and it's like when he went to jail, and it's just like, okay, that's it. But I will say that he did also influence a generation, sort of way, especially like the Migos and shit, for better for worse, But he's that I'm going to have to put him in the bottom three. You know what I'm saying? That's just in my opinion. But I don't know. Ti and Jeezy, bro. I can't put neither. I can't put neither of them at number two. I'm sorry.
Bro.
I can't.
That's because they both was on each other's songs a lot. They kind of go hand in hand.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't, bro. They're all three of them are legends to me, but I can't knock neither of them two down, bro. I can't.
I think every remix Ti had, Jeezy was on it.
Yeah.
Or every major remix. He was on the Top Back remix. That shit went hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like they all three of them held Atlanta down, bro. Well, I know some people might feel Jeezy, but yeah.
I'm gonna give my opinion. I'm gonna put Jeezy at the bottom three. I'm with Travis. Man, I couldn't get into Jeezy's music. The Recession, I did like that mixtape. I don't know if it was a mixtape or an album. That song Put On with Kanye West. Well, I really liked the Kanye West part on that song the most. But I had to put Jeezy at the bottom three. I'm with Travis on that one. I just could not get into a lot of his music. When I think of like trap music, and I know, Shaq corrected me on this. He said, "Hey, T.I.'s the creator of trap music." Okay.
Huh?
Okay, this was a while back. Okay, we'll go there. We'll go back there. We'll go back later. But I'm gonna say this, right? Regardless of whoever's the creator or the author of trap music, when I think of trap music, I think of Gucci. Like when I think of trap songs by Gucci, I think of My Kitchen, Lemonade, all them old songs that he used to have. I think of The Truth, that song by Gucci, if y'all know way back. It's just Gucci got so many songs that his old songs that when you play, you think of, I think of Wasted by Plies, feature Plies. I mean, you go back. Gucci's one of those artists that you have to go back into his catalog, and then once you go back into his catalog, you'll be like, man, this dude was really the embodiment of trap music. But I just think, like, yeah, he did have a lot of material out. And then I will give Gucci the credit is, if you go back to a lot of his older mixtapes, he had a lot of artists on there that are big artists today. Like he had Dolph before Dolph blew up. He had Thug before Thug blew up. Migos, like before these guys was even superstars, they were on Gucci's mixtapes in 2012, 2011. Him and Thug got songs together before people even knew who Thug was. That's how I even found out about Thug. Because they dropped a song in early 2013. This before he even blew. But man, I think of Gucci. Then I have to say T.I., right? But I had to put T.I. number one and Gucci up under him. When I went back and listened to Paper Trails by T.I., I'm like, bro, that was a good album. If any of y'all ever listened to Paper Trails, y'all know it was a good album. T.I. was really rapping. And I just think that T.I., I'm going to say this, T.I., I feel like he raps when he feels like it. I feel like sometimes on some songs, he kind of like glides by. He kind of just cruises on. But then he has those songs that he really does rap. Like, I don't know, he got that song, What's Happening? I don't know if
Yes!
Yeah, but yeah, he has that song. Like, T.I. got bangers.
Nigga, he did that shit in a beef too. That's like one of the hardest beef songs I ever heard in my fucking life.
And that song is still sampled to this day. Like,
yes.
Like that song is sampled. But I had to put T.I. first. The only thing why Gucci I put him under T.I. is because of the material. A lot of his mixtapes are not quality. He has a lot of mixtapes, and a lot of them are like filler arcs. If you know what I mean. Like a lot of his mixtapes, it's like, okay, it feels like a long soundtrack. So I feel like if you cut down a lot of his material, he'll probably be in that higher conversation. But I had to put Jeezy at the bottom three. I just could not get into the music. I think it was the voice, you know, but I don't know. I had to rock with T.I. and Gucci on that one.
Bro, Jeezy got like the best ad libs.
Uh,
And then like
but
fucking he got no, but he got I think I'm only quoting the recession though. Like isn't that the one where he said like my president is black and my Lambo is blue and I'd be
so,
goddamn if my rims ain't too?
so we're talking currently now. If these guys, all three, was to drop a project tomorrow, what project do you think would get more traction? I'm just asking this.
Oh shit. Okay. That's a hard one.
Well, both of them are retired, so it's like
That's what I'm saying. Like if they but like
Nah,
he's just
bro,
saying
come
that like
on now.
T.I.'s
If they
not
was
retired.
to all drop,
like I don't.
when has these?
I don't
When is
think-
Jeezy retired though?
Like his last. Okay, so remember, it's like it's one of them things where like they say they're retiring, but they're really not. They're just kind of just taking a seat back. But okay, to answer your question, pretty much, it's most likely it'll probably be T.I. It'll probably be T.I.
Who would get the most traction?
Yeah. Because
Over.
bro.
See that?
No. Listen. Look, I'm getting this out the way now. Gucci dropped many projects after he came out of prison, and maybe only, I think the last time like people was really talking about him was like 2016 to maybe 18. I'll say 18. Every project that he dropped afterwards, like nobody was talking about that shit. So let's get this bullshit out the way. Don't sit here and lie to me. And don't sit here and lie to me and talking about, oh, Gucci still got that traction. Oh, Gucci, y'all niggas was making straight jokes about Gucci don't even rap the same like that no more. Gucci's a fucking clone. Oh, Gucci, we need pig belly Gucci. Lean belly Gucci. We need all that shit. When the
They
nigga
say it was a clone. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
yeah. So the nigga be dropping, and if he drops features, then that's cool. Whenever he does features for like because he did a feature with Cole on his last project last year, that was cool. But don't sit here and act like y'all gonna listen to a fucking Gucci project, bro. Don't sit
I'm
here.
talking about out of T.I. and Jeezy. Like
Niggas gonna put T.I.
no, they not, bro. Like I just don't. I
Bro,
don't agree
yes,
with
bro.
that.
Let me tell you this. Let me say this, bro. And this is with all due respect. Jeezy's last album that he dropped, he did a lot of promotion for that album. He did an interview with Neil Long, and I don't feel like the album, really went nowhere. And I'm not saying that it wasn't bad or good, because I didn't really
Which
give
one?
it a listen like that. One that what I might forgive, that album.
Oh,
Like,
I thought you were talking about
yeah,
Recession 2.
No, and I'm gonna say this, bro. Jeezy, out of all the three, when he drops a project, he does a lot of promotion for his albums, and I just feel like at the same time, he don't really get that pull. Like if a Ti was to announce he was gonna drop an album, I feel like Shaq is right. More people would tune into the Ti album, but Jeezy, I don't know what it is. People are not coming through for him like they used to.
Hold on, but like Recession 2 charted on Billboard. That did good. Yeah, it charted. And it was top 20. That did good, and like T.I.'s albums ain't did that shit in like a decade.
Bro, but T.I.'s last album, I think it was called
It's Libra. Bro, we not
Libra.
gonna act like Libra, bro.
Bro, come on,
Libra
on.
is cool. Yeah, it has the Ninth Wonder track. It has the fucking. It's cool, but like, there's fucking like what 10, 20 tracks on that, like 20, 30 tracks on that bitch.
But what I'm saying is saying which one is the better album or not, that's a personal opinion.
Yeah,
but
that's personal.
I don't know. I feel that's personal. But when I think of an album getting pulled out of the three of them, I have to say T.I. Now
let me
I don't know
Let
what
me look up. Let me look up if Libra charted.
Man, hold on, bro. Hold on, Dewan. Listen. And to be fair, at the end of the fucking day, not like I have to be fair. None of these guys really have that big relevancy, like how they did, like 20 something years ago, 20 something years ago, even 15 years ago, because like we know, like everybody knows that they're all in a good spot. So it's
Yeah.
like they're kind of in that position where like they don't need to drop anything anymore, because
But
yeah,
like, that's
hold
not.
up, bro, hold up. Listen, I'm not, and look, I'm not saying that none of them are going to drop any bad projects other than Gucci. That I'm not saying that any of them are going to drop any bad projects, and I'm not going to say that any of them, and like I'm not going to bring in the whole Ti is probably only going to sell about like 5 paper bags his first week sales or anything like that. I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm just throwing in I'm throwing in Ti because I feel like Ti has more of the favor. You know what I'm saying? I feel like from like not just guys but females too. That's how I'm looking at it.
Bro,
He be riding around the side of town, man.
So I just looked up. They both charted in the exact same fucking position, like for their albums. I don't remember the albums that came out on that in that time frame. But Ti hasn't released an album in like 5 years, so it's like I don't even know if Ti's even looked at in that regard anymore. Well, he is, but not as much as he used to be. But like I said, I think they're both neck and neck. But I think Jeezy is gonna get more listeners because he's still doing the work. You feel me? He's not in that. You remember when T.I. was trying to be a fucking politician?
Yeah.
I do remember.
Bro,
that.
that nigga, like, he looked so corny doing that shit. No disrespect to him, but it's like that probably hurt his career.
But
because I was like, damn, this.
I will say GC, he kind of getting some flack too. This ain't important, but since we're kind of throwing that in here, Jeezy's I think he just went through a divorce with that Asian girl or whatever, and like people like, well, I'm speaking from the female audience, people kind of looking at him like a little sideways because like, oh, well, if you had went with a black girl, if you had went with Keisha Cole or something like that,
Man,
this wouldn't be happening to you or whatever. So like,
no, that's damn near, was it colorism or racism? That's not even the. That does not hurt his music career just because he went out with
it's not going to hurt his music career, but it's just like I'm just throwing it in because like, okay, people are going to just say this or that or whatever, some shit. Bro,
they not because
people do throw that in.
I know that. I'm just saying, like, if he announces an album and somebody says, "Hey, don't forget he divorced an Asian woman or he was married to an Asian woman," we could be like, "Who the fuck cares?" I'm not finna listen to him for no like marriage type of music anyways, you know. But T.I., his last album, he was rapping about political shit or trying to rap about political shit. Like that's the key difference is like, is T.I. even gonna rap about, like, what is he even gonna rap about anymore? Because Jeezy, he still raps about the same type of shit, just in a more like mature fucking way, or like more
a mature way.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Like it's a lot more effort than it was before. Because the nigga had like the Isley Brothers on his shit, on Recession 2. I'm only quoting that because that's the last album I listened to.
Okay, which album is that? Because the last Jeezy project I listened to was like 20. I think it was like 2022, and then he had like Yo Gotti on there or something.
It was Recession 2. That's the one that I listened to. I didn't. The one that Dewan brought up, I didn't even know existed. To be honest.
Yeah.
The one that
Shaq, that's the one you listen to.
You said what?
The one that's like I forgive and
I said I might.
Shit.
Yeah, that's the one you listen to, Shaq, because you told me about it.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. The last album I did listen to was a Recession 2. That was the last one I listened to. I didn't know.
But I thought you told me you listened to I Might Forgive. You remember? Like, I thought you told me you listened to the album. You was like, it's all right. Or maybe you don't remember.
I don't remember, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Give me a second, gang. My wife calling me. Give me a second. Y'all continue.
But like what you said, Trevin, when you said like the Libra was 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting conversation because they're all three trying to do like Gucci Mane is still, I guess, considered an executive. I guess T.I. is considered the same, But
Mhm.
out of all three of these guys, I mean, T.I.'s son, he's even doing his thing now. Like,
Right.
I don't know if you ever tapped in with Damani Harris, but
Oh yeah, no.
it's like this conversation is like kind of weird to have because it's like we always end up keep putting Gucci at the bottom three. I don't know why people don't give Gucci that love no more though. I don't know why.
It's not that he's okay. The funny thing about it is that it's not because he's bad, because he's not. It's just like we're just comparing him to the other two. He's not up to that level, like in terms of what you're gonna get out of an album. At least in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You kind of know what you're gonna get with Gucci. He's asking his wife. Uh, it's I think that Gucci like is consistent, but like not in the same way that T.I. and Jeezy are.
Hello.
You feel me?
He's out of all this. Let me tell you this. I say this, and this what kind of hurts my feelings. I'd be like, man, why Gucci don't get the love? Because out of all the three, Gucci drops the most. Like Gucci probably dropped, like the fact that none of us on this platform right now probably even know the last Gucci Man that he dropped. Not the last one we listened to, but the last one he drops. That's how consistent he is. Because I promise you, I'm pretty sure he dropped several projects last year.
I mean, I can
One
look it
this
up.
year. I mean, he's real consistent. I don't know why there's always. Why do I feel
Well,
like he get the lesser half?
It's a quantity over quality type of thing.
yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say the others are consistent quality wise, but Gucci is consistent quantity wise.
Easy is consistent quality wise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay. Well, again,
No,
I didn't listen to
Yes.
I didn't listen to the last one, but yeah, the ones that I've heard, yeah, they're consistent.
So
Whoa.
basically, Jeezy is like the Jay-Z of trap. That's what y'all saying. Like y'all y'all are saying that Jeezy. So when Jeezy drops, he has this 4 for 4 because if anything, none dudes dropped the 4 for 4 yet. And I'm talking about like in the sense of like dropping a project and people still coming out showing love, even though it might be your last one. Like that's just how I feel. Like I feel like if any of these guys was to announce they're dropping their final project, who really people what people really gonna come out and say, man, this is gonna be T.I. Gucci's Jeezy's last project. Man, let me really focus in. Like
One thing I will say
Jeezy been saying Jeezy been trying to quit for the last 5-6 years, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Recession. He said he was supposed to retire after recession too. I do remember. No. I take that back. It's the. I'm sorry. He was supposed to retire. I think after. Actually, he was supposed to retire after the Legend of the Snowman, which is 2019, but he continued in 20. Oh, okay. So yeah, Dewan, you're right. He been trying to retire, but I don't know what the fuck's going on with him.
But I'm gonna be honest, bro. And I'm gonna be controversial. I feel like a lot of these guys do that when their albums don't do well because some of them I do think that when they do say, "Oh, this is my last project," they expect that everybody's gonna come out and really like focus in, but some people just don't even care anymore. Like, okay, if you gonna quit, quit. Like,
yeah.
but when I feel like when that album flops, then they come out 3 years later and say, I'm coming back out of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, are you just trying to do that because your last album didn't do well? Because I just feel like they do that. Like, I just think they kind of like some guys do want that Jay-Z effect where, you announce that you're dropping your last album and the whole planet just gonna stop and everybody's gonna give a listen. But that's how I feel. Like
I personally never believe when a rapper says that they're retiring because Will Smith is about to come out with a fucking album, dog. So the fact that Will Smith is coming out with something, I'm not gonna believe a single person saying that they're retired. I'm still gonna expect a verse or two from them, from somebody. They're gonna come out with a verse because even Jay-Z, even though he hasn't released an album himself in like 8 years, he's still coming out with verses on other people's shit. So technically, he ain't retired. So it's like I expect this. I'm pretty sure for T.I. and Jeezy, they have way more reasons to not be retired than like Jay-Z.
Also, I'm gonna just throw in this. I don't know how relevant this is. My wife, she definitely grew up during that era, or she listened to music during that era, and I just asked her like I didn't even bother with Gucci because she didn't even listen. She doesn't listen to Gucci like that. I asked her if T.I. and Jeezy was like to drop an album today, who's the first person you go to? T.I. No, she said Jeezy. Yeah, she said Jeezy. So.
That's interesting. I'm gonna just say this. Really, like when it comes to like who's the top guy of trap, I mean, out of definitely, I don't think it's neither of them. And and it's not a. I'm not taking shots towards them. I mean, honestly, I do feel like there's when it comes to like who's the top guy in trap. I feel like there's another guy that I believe is the top guy in trap. And y'all already know who that is because y'all gonna agree with me. But yeah,
And who was that?
the wizard. I mean, King Pluto. But you know, when it comes to being the if Future was to announce this, he's dropping his last album. I think everybody would give more of an ear than all three of those guys. You know, but that's honestly that's what I would have to say. And then some people may say, well, what about 2 Chainz? 2 Chainz is kind of like he's on his like MC stuff, so that's a whole
I'm
nother
just letting you know right
conversation.
now. Be careful what you say about 2 Chainz because we have some heavy 2 Chain fans in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No,
we really do.
no,
We
no,
really do.
no. Listen, no. What I'm saying is this. See, that's why y'all have to listen to what I'm saying and not listen to respond. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. I say 2 Chainz is on his MC stuff. So
Right.
I'm like, if you want to include him in a rap conversation, in a trap conversation, you can. But I'm saying out of all the three of them guys, he's on his MC stuff. Jeezy, Gucci, Ti, I don't think they're trying to drop any projects trying to prove that they could really rap. But I feel like 2 Chainz in his era now, where he want before he retires, he wants to let people know that he can really go bar for bar because on his earlier projects, this is my opinion. Y'all gonna give me backlash for this one. I don't feel like he was going there rapping wise on his earlier projects compared to what he's doing now.
Yeah, but which projects are you talking about?
I mean, okay, you want to go back to his first album based on a true story. That was a good album.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite albums of 2012. But when I listen to the album, I don't think he's really going bar for bar like that. I feel like some songs he's doing that, but I feel like Pretty Girl Trap Music to me was the album where he really started locking in
Okay.
and
Okay.
really being when he really started being on his lyrical stuff. And I feel like Pretty Girls Like Trap Music is to me is one of my favorite albums by
Oh
him.
my God.
Yeah.
But based on a true story, that album I don't think he's really just going lyrical like that.
Nah, yeah, you're right. I was just not making sure, but like I was just seeing which one was the that you think was the because a lot of people are saying that. Was it?
Go ahead.
A lot of people were starting to say that like he was taking it serious when he had that like I think it was like that album that LeBron James like executive produced. The fucking what the fuck is it called? You know what I'm talking about?
The get rapper
Go to the league.
something like that.
Rapper go to the league.
Yeah.
Rap League or Go Home or some shit.
It's rapper go to the league.
No, rapper go it's
rapper
go to the league, bro.
I could have. Okay, whatever. All right, you're right.
It's a
2 Chain fans, man. Bro, jeez. You can't say shit.
But two Chainz have always felt like he never really got respect as a rapper, and I feel like some of that is his fault to a certain extent because there on your earlier projects you wasn't really showing that, you wasn't really showing that you could really go there. I mean, a lot of his earlier projects, a lot of those was anthems. He had a lot of anthems, so it's really hard to be lyrical when you have a song like I don't know what big traps like Birthday or something like that. But uh yeah, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, that's when he really started showing people that he could go bar for bar. But other than that, I mean, that's he's trying to do that now. He's trying to show people now, hey, look, I can rap like the Drakes, the Coles, the Kendricks. Now, if people want to compare him to that level, can he rap like a Drake, Cole, or Kendrick? Can he be in the big three?
Yes.
Because
Well,
because
he can be on that level because he's proven that already, though.
but I feel like a good versus would be with him and Big Sean. I feel like that would be a good matchup because I feel like rapping wise, I feel like they're on the same level.
He
Him
would
and
smoke Big Sean. He would smoke Big Sean, bro.
Yeah, I think he would. I
he's
think he would.
on the level of Drake at least, like in terms of rapping ability. I'm talking about no Ghostwriter Drake. Like he's on that level.
I mean, the only thing I give to 2 Chainz is that I do feel like this. I feel like he has his skills have improved, and I feel like he learned how to rap better because when he first started trying to be lyrical, I was like, okay, bro, where are you going? But I feel like his skills, I can definitely like the fact that he can do a project with Wayne and still go kind of like. I'm not gonna say bar for bar because Wayne is Wayne, but he can still.
Nah, he was still he was going bar for bar with Wayne.
Bro, nah. I'm sorry. No, I feel like in terms of metaphors, punchlines, double entendres, that belongs to Wayne.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that like he was matching. I'm saying like he was keeping up with him. Like it wasn't just a Wayne project featuring 2 Chainz.
Yeah, he was. I mean, compared to the first project they did together, Wayne was out rapping him in my opinion. But that second project he did, like there's like a 8-9 year gap in those albums, and you could tell 2 Chainz really improved a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I put him against Meek. Like I feel like Meek Mill. Like
he would smoke the fuck out of Meek. Bro,
Shaq got heated last episode about Meek, so I don't know if you want to go there.
Shaq, no, bro. 2 Chainz would smoke the fuck out of Meek, bro.
I agree. No, I agree.
This nigga 2 Chainz, like, he's not like he's not like an elite MC, but what I'm saying is that like when like So Help Me God, like he was like his music has been like elevated ever since he got that Ninth Wonder feature. It's like he's like a different dude.
and he kept saying he's like this. He's like, I think bro will retire as long as he gets Jay-Z feature because he keeps saying like, man, when I'm gonna get that Jay-Z feature? Like he's been waiting, been saying like, okay, like man, I feel like I have proven myself to get this Jay-Z feature, and I'm like, this Chainz, bro, you drop good album, you're in a good place in your career. Just don't even worry about it. Like at this point, I know Jay-Z's like the GOAT when it comes to rap, but dude, don't even stress out about trying to get no Jay-Z feature because you don't really need it. I mean, I'm not saying if he wants it, but pause. But it's not like he really needs it. Pause. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Nah, I feel what you mean. It's just that, like for me, I don't even gotta do. It's like for me, at this point, like depending on how that because he's having an album with that like an album with Static Selector coming out. Mm-hmm. Like depending on how that sounds, that nigga don't even need a Jay-Z feature. Like I'm be like, bro, at this point, like Jay-Z needs to call you, like for real. But Jay-Z ain't trying to be no rapper no more. Like Jay-Z ain't even trying to do all that shit. That nigga's too involved with the NFL and shit.
But 2 Chainz even like he had that song called Southside Hove. I don't know if you ever heard it.
Yeah.
And he was basically saying like Jay-Z heard the song, but 2 Chainz was surprised because he was like he was expecting that Jay-Z was gonna be like, man, let me hop on that. Pause. But you know,
Hey yo.
but I just guess.
Hey
Yeah,
yo.
that one was crazy. That one was kind of crazy.
Hey
I know.
yo.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, you paused it. You
Hey,
did
Paul.
pause it.
Nah, it don't matter here.
I
That was
know.
me.
That one was kind of wild
But
though.
I was, but Jay Z just really like. I guess he heard the song. And Jay Z was like, okay, that's cool, you know. But Two Chains kind of, I think he expected a different reaction because when I watched one of his interviews, but I feel like Two Chains don't really need the feature anymore. I mean, 10 years ago maybe that'd be different, but now he has proven himself as an MC, and yeah. So
I'm gonna
I
be
I
honest.
really don't. Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
be completely honest. Jay-Z features ain't even that big of a deal to me
Yeah.
nowadays. Like I don't skip. I don't know. It's just me. Like I think it's the fact that the way this nigga's been carrying himself. It's like it it's like this nigga just damn near like just an old dude. Like just a I don't know because I'm gonna start sounding like I'm hating. It's just like
Start. You
what if
been sound like you a hater.
because what if he does get the Jay-Z feature? Then they could just be fucking around on that shit, bro. Because that happened before. Not with Jay-Z, but like with Kanye.
I think honestly with Jay Z, I
No,
think if he drops another,
sorry.
I feel like no, you good. I feel like if Jay Z drop another project, it's probably gonna be like on some Family Matters type stuff, like him just giving maybe marriage advice or something like that. But
Yeah,
I
what not to
mean,
do. Nah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
okay,
That was fucked up.
but 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 I don't know. Maybe a 4 for 4 part two. But I I, I mean, honestly,
We don't
I
need
mean
that.
honestly, yeah, it goes back to the conversation of this. When I asked Shaq this one time, I asked him, I say, would you take the half a meal or the dinner with Jay Z? Hey, Shaq said, hey, bro, I'm gonna go with the dinner. I'm like, bro, why would you say that? But but at the same time,
No, the fuck I didn't.
but at the,
What?
This nigga Shaq chose the
but
dinner, bro. No, I don't think
but
because he got on my ass for choosing the dinner, like because I was an
nah,
idiot for
I'm
saying
just
that
playing.
shit.
I'm just trolling.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Shaq,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
trolling.
yeah.
Yeah,
Please, please.
but but that is a conversation that somebody I knew tried to argue me down. Like, bro, they said, bro, you gotta take the dinner. And I'm like, why? They're like, bro, because he's gonna give you game and
No, the
information.
fuck he's not.
And I'm like,
That nigga go eat in
bro,
silence.
I can see where
bro,
people are coming from with that, but like, nigga, take the half a million. You
That's
know what I mean?
exactly what
Like,
Jay Z said. Just like
bro,
nigga. First rule of business is take the 500K. What the fuck I'ma say?
bro. Let me tell you. I even seen something on TikTok saying that if you go to dinner with Jay Z, Jay Z's gonna explain to you why you should have took the half a
Because it's true, bro. I was an idiot for choosing that shit at first,
not
bro.
only McChickens I could choose or but could get with fucking half
Yeah.
a million dollars. Like, shit.
Wait. So you and Shaq argued about this?
Yeah, like when
What?
it was
Yeah,
new, like
Trevor was on the wrong side.
when the question was new, all these niggas, bro, all these niggas got on my ass for choosing the dinner, bro.
Bro,
And
So
I
what
was
like
did
I
you
see
say?
not.
Like,
I see where you coming from, man, but like nigga, if you don't take that $500,000,
Yeah,
we gonna have some problems.
I didn't take note of the fact that this nigga low key might eat in silence, or the fact that it's 500K that I'm just leaving on the table, like as if
For a
he's gonna
dinner,
give
bro.
me.
What if he
Yeah,
don't even pay for the dinner?
exactly.
Yeah,
Like a
hold on,
whole.
bro. Hold
Where
on,
y'all
bro.
eating?
Like, even on like, bro, like on a serious note, right? Like,
Fuck.
think about this shit. Jay Z, is like, he's in his mid-50s now, right? You're a
Mm-hmm.
16-year-old dude. You're just trying to get into the rap game or whatever the case is. Y'all talking, and the first thing he's gonna ask is like, what do you even need to speak to me for? Like, the fact that you're already here and like we're talking and shit, that means you're already big. Like you're already doing something. It's not like some I knew you because of this guy or I knew you because of this guy. You're here because we're linked up. So there's nothing for me to offer you other than just what we're talking about right now, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but here's the other thing though. Here's like that little plot twist. Let's say he does give you like the 10 million, right? What is he giving that 10 million for? And what will happen if you do take that 10 million? Is
He
that
gonna
like
that's an investment.
nah? So here's the thing though. So what if there was like some paperwork involved, right? What if that was your master's? What if that was like some other shit behind the scenes? I know I'm
Yeah,
just kind of throwing.
he's a good businnesman. It's like, but nothing
Hire
is
a
free.
lawyer.
Nothing is free though. That's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah, because you paying for that dinner.
What? Yeah, what if the meal was 10 million? Think about
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Now you
I
in
don't
debt because you had dinner with Jay-Z when you
and
could have
like
had $500,000.
and like your homie to the side, literally
God
asked
damn
you
it.
before, like, bro, like, you really want to sit down and have business with Jay-Z when you know the way how Jay-Z moves, bro? Like, think about that shit. Now, I'm just throwing in sideline stories, but my whole thing with at the end of the day, just be careful, bro. Like, at the end of the day, we did used to look up these guys as heroes or like legends or whatever the case is, but at the end of the day, people are still gonna move the way how they're gonna fucking move. You know?
Yeah.
People are still gonna do what they fucking need to do to just get by shit. But if we can continue this conversation, but like to kind of close things because like it's getting late now. Uh, I will say this. These music topics, they're again very, very like crazier than like each episode that we're fucking doing. And I want to continue keeping that same energy going. Yeah, I do like the debates. I do like the beefs. I do like the energy that comes off of it, you know? So next week, I do want to do something a little special and have like a big debate topic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going to sit back. We're going to have some thoughts about what we can do to kind of like get shit moving, get shit a little crazy. So we're gonna see how things are moving. I did get my schedule like set in order, so like we're probably going to start doing our streams probably 10 in, I mean not 10, 11 in the morning to give everybody enough time to get what they need to do. But until then, we're gonna see how things shake out. So before we sign out, does anybody else have anything to say?
Follow me at Black Toad. It's Black with 2 C's and TOAD. I'm streaming right now. Actually, I have my own perspective of the episode. It has like background music on it and shit, but you know, that's up to Shaquille if he wants me to keep doing that.
I'm good.
Um, but I'm still trying to figure out how to do the gaming podcast as well. So whenever that comes through, I'll also put that in the descriptions as well.
All right. Anybody else?
Uh, oh, or Tariq, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm all good.
Oh, I just want to say, yeah, this episode was real good. We got our special guests, but they not guests. They on the podcast. Well, you got Travis and Tariq. They gave some interesting opinions, so I'm glad we had them on. But that's pretty much it. Like, I feel like the show was great. Shaq, you like the Joe Button of the group, so I thank you. And that's all I gotta say.
I ain't even say all that, bro. Look, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna say they're special guests. Like everybody who's here right now, they're just here to hear. They're just here to be here.
Oh,
Like,
I got one thing. I got one thing.
so,
One thing I think.
He gonna say some bullshit.
OKC, KFC, USC, Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
all right, whatever the fuck that means. So, anywho,
Damn, Shaq.
I'm just waiting for the topic for me to push my big crit agenda even further.
oh, that's what I'm
Would you
saying.
take the $500,000 or the dinner with Jay-Z?
We're not doing
That's
that.
we still gonna have let me say this. Let me say this. Everybody comment down because I know that there's gonna be that one person that's gonna say, like, we still gonna have that debate because that's still an important conversation. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, we're next week. We're definitely gonna have some very crazy topics, some very crazy takes. Ain't nothing new. We're just trying to like have things just go a little bit more different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But until then, also I will say this: that I do have some projects that I'm working on the sideline right now. I'm just trying to trying to get through some life stuff right now at the moment. But that's neither here or there. So until then, thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for listening, watching, understanding what's going on and shit. And we'll see y'all next Monday. Until then, y'all take it easy.
Bet.
And we're ending in 5, 4. I have to definitely walk back to the room.